Oh, that's bright. I need you to go in that quarter. Please? Pretty please? I just need you to path this way. This way. Yep. Nope. Okay, that works too. Fine. Yeah. You're too fast with it. What does my mic sound like? Wait. Ah! I scared myself. Oh my gosh. I turned it all the way up and then I tried to listen to myself and it like screamed at me. Wait, do I have the full beekeeper? I don't have the full beekeeper outfit. I don't have the full beekeeper outfit. We're doing this. Yes, beehive. Yes. 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 Wait, I don't need an example. Good. Good. Get me out of here. Give me stuff. Give me things. Things. Yes. Things. Beekeeper top. Things. I look like a nurse. And I got an XP lamp. We're going to use that on agility because agility sucks. Woo. Should I go put this in my house? I'm just going to do it. Now I just need the face thing. I need the mime face. I need camo outfit, full frog costume, full zombie outfit. Cool. Perfect. Okay, no, that. Advanced properties. Okay, no, that's right. Okay, yeah. So someone apparently sold a Cheeto for $80,000, and that's crazy.
Whoever's editing this turned me into snow.
Oh, no! What are we doing today?
We're cracking packs of Cheetos, looking for a Cheetozard. So I don't know the pull rates, but we have a lot of different sets. So we're gonna see if we can find the Cheetozard.
Imagine if that turned into a meta where everyone just bought bags of Cheetos. You just went through the bags of Cheetos to try to find Pokemon, or like Cheetos that looked like Pokemon. And that's how you made your money. That's how everyone in the world made their money, by selling Pokemon Cheetos.
One just recently sold for $87,000.
What do you mean? Huh? Okay, nah, for real though. I actually might start doing this. Unless is that a scam? Did someone like, cause it'd have been funny if someone like bought it from themselves to seem like it actually sold. But what do you mean? No, bro, there's no $87,000?
We're hoping we can get something close to it. I don't know if he was pulling retro, vintage, or what. Maybe it comes in modern sets, but if nothing else, I'd love to get like a VMAX Cheetozard if possible.
You want to...
Oh yeah, let me slide them.
Yeah, or reverse hollow would be good.
Where are
You
they?
got them on your side?
Nope,
They're behind us.
they're behind us.
Oh my god, jump scare.
You guys want to start with OGs?
Let's start with booster packs.
Booster packs?
Yeah, start with some
Like, how much is Pikachu? Is Pikachu worth more than like a legendary Pokemon?
We'll start small.
There you go.
And I know you all just keep asking.
Bro, did this dude actually let the freaking... Oh. Never mind.
Where I got my hoodie from. This is the brand new Hysteria line, if you can hear me over the bag of Cheetos. It's beautiful. Show them the hood.
Oh my god.
There it is. You can go to moistglobal.com to pick this puppy up and all the other stuff from the line.
pull your head down so they can see it.
Oh wait, yeah, Charlie's mad. Wow!
Wait, that
And here's the back.
Whoa! Nice.
I don't understand.
Moistglobal.com, baby.
That was like a more organic version of when they're like, put an ad in the first minute of the video.
Times are we gonna say, this one looks like a penis?
0.
Ekans.
Well,
Wait.
show them our first pull.
Ekans. Also, what's that look like?
Arbok.
Arbok.
Here's one that looks like a flintlock pistol.
Oh, but
That's cool.
I didn't realize there were equipment in this set.
Yeah, there's equipment. This gives your Charizard like plus 200 attack or
I
something.
know, I keep trying to not eat them.
Is there a guaranteed rare in every pack, you think?
Yeah, because I don't know what this is, but it's certainly one of them.
Oh, this is a Metapod.
Oh shit, wait.
A lot of metapods. Oh, what did you get?
Wait, he's got
I don't know.
Wait, that's a Pokemon.
Yeah, that's something.
That one's genuinely like Metapod. Chase got a crazy hit.
Wait, that might be Porygon.
Yeah, Porygon.
Porygon. I should have read the first time and then corrected it.
Here's like the Wabbajack or something.
Here, I'm gonna move to a booster box.
All right, yeah, get a booster box.
You want a wacky one?
Which wacky ones do we have? Oh, yeah, this
Yeah.
is Prismatic Evolutions.
Mexican street corn does not mess around.
Oh shit.
Nice. Here, get some here, get some there.
So does it matter what flavor it is? Like if you find a Mew and it's like a hot Cheeto flavor versus regular Cheeto flavor, do you get more for the hot Cheeto?
Oh baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This one kind of looks a little bit like that magma puddle Pokemon.
Ooh!
Is it Magmar?
No, Magmar's not a puddle. He's a guy.
This one looks like a slug.
I know who you're thinking.
Yeah. all right,
This one
thank
has
you.
the head of like, is that Pelicant or whatever it's called?
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's brother. That's
Dratini.
it's Kingdra.
Kingdra.
Oh,
Oh.
He unfurled. I'm not used to seeing him unfurled in most of the art.
That might be a chase. That might be a chase card.
Yeah, this is a good set.
Dare I say, misprint Geodude?
It's
Slugma.
Slugma.
This
Slugma.
this one really got a little Kakuna vibe to it. If you want to.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's definitely a Kakuna.
That's got to be something.
This is
Yeah.
like
Wait.
Yeah.
growing up as like when you're a kid looking at clouds and you're like, I see Goku in that cloud up there.
Now that one is a penis.
Yeah,
I do
that's
hate
just a penis. Coughing.
Oh, there we go.
Good find. Good find.
Or what's the orb?
Oh, Volt Orb.
Yes.
Nothing.
Wait, this one looks like Charizard's head.
Oh, wait, it kind of does.
Wait a minute.
Put it up on screen. Plus $87,000.
Yep. There it is.
Wait, it could be worth plays. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good find. Holy
It's just his head, so you wouldn't get the full 87,000, right?
shit.
You just get like
That's
20.
definitely our best pull so far.
This could possibly a Fearow
That's
head
the
or
one
an
I was looking
Aerodactyl.
at.
Yeah, that's gotta be. That looks like it could
It's
be.
got to
a
be
head as well.
something, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the lance of a Sirfetch'd. That's I don't know if that's not the whole card, but I think that may be an equipment.
All right, let's
Yeah.
move on.
I think
Is this anything?
That?
it might just be.
Oh, that could be Sudowoodo.
Oh,
Yeah.
it just might be.
That could be.
I don't want you guys to get too excited, but we may be opening the one where you can get
Oh.
a Cheetos Zard.
Yep, this is the Flamin' Hot
This is
set.
flaming hot,
Okay.
crunchy.
That's where the original Cheetos Zard was pulled.
All right,
I don't know if this is a backloaded box, but Matt and I's does not look
it's
promising.
not looking great. I agree.
You guys may have got all the rares.
I can't tell if it's the Cheetos or if someone ripped ass.
No, I was about to say these smell like farts.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. This is like a.
Whoa!
It's definitely. I can't remember the name of the Pokemon. Flygon?
No,
perhaps?
that's it's an Incineroar.
Well, I would love to.
We are in flaming hot, so it's got to be.
Well, it's got two legs.
It's gonna be a lot of fire types.
Oh, there's a real Metapod.
Oh, that might be our first. Yeah,
That's like a good one.
yeah, that's definitely our best Metapod.
Whoa, Rattata.
Could it be? I don't think so.
The tail.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I see it.
That's a Rattata.
I see it. Yeah.
Man,
You know what's weird is that we haven't found a good Onyx yet.
I know.
that is.
I thought Onyx would be more
shocking.
common in this set.
This one is a Steelix.
Yeah, I think you
Honestly,
That
that
actually looks a lot like a Steelix. You aren't on camera. It doesn't show up as good. It's hard to read. Yeah.
Well, you're seeing them upside down.
Yeah, that is the
Yeah.
shock. That's
Here.
the talking shotgun
Do you
from
see it
Shadow
now?
to the Damned. There's a bit of a Seadra for us. Or, not Seadra. What's the baby one?
Seahorsey.
Horsey, that's it.
That's just a
Oh,
common.
this might be our Onyx.
Oh, that's
Oh.
a nasty one.
That's
yeah.
a big
That's a
Onyx.
really
That's
good one.
really good.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a really good hit.
What are you feeling next?
How
That's
is
what I'm
that not
saying.
something?
I don't know. I can't find it.
I know there's got to be something in here.
All right, let's get a little crazy. Flamin' hot limon. These, I'll say, are more promising.
Yeah, there's a lot of wacky shaped doodads in here.
Come on.
I can't believe this isn't anything.
I know. Sometimes I'm grabbing them and I'm like,
Yeah, it has such good curves, but it ends up being nothing.
That's a big boy.
that's what I'm saying, but I can't
Like, I
find.
wish that was something.
I can't find the spirit within.
Yeah, it's not speaking to me.
Fuck. There's a Pokemon that has a really long neck that I think this could be, like the Girafarig. This could be a
I
Girafarig.
could
Do you
see
see the
that.
two tiny legs at the
I
bottom?
can see that.
It's got kind of a fat neck, but then the head.
The funny thing is, I think that's the exact same Cheeto you put out and said it's Sudowoodo.
No, this is a new set.
It couldn't
We
be.
moved
That was the previous set.
It's a Lowland Sudowoodo.
on. Yeah. Oh, it could be a Lowland Executor.
Oh, that's true.
I was gonna say Executor. It could be that.
Here's like a Dratini.
Wormpole. That's actually.
Oh.
You think it's a good hit?
That's so great. They genuinely spin. They genuinely spin the whole time, just trying to find Pokemon.
That's a big hit because that looks a lot like it to me. A Relicanth. That's a pretty good Relicanth.
Yeah, I think so too, actually.
It's, oh no.
I think that's all of it.
Man, how did we not get the Cheetos Zard?
It seems like all we got.
All right, well, kid, don't gamble, kids. You're not guaranteed a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't buy Cheetos.
Oh,
Look, if you want expensive Cheetos, just print them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
For
true.
high singles.
I think that's our best.
You couldn't find it.
Well, it was upside down.
I think that is a Taurus.
All right.
The Taurus is really good.
Well, I'm gonna try and sell it. We should list all of these on one of those auction websites.
No, we should do it like the bulk. I'll grab one and send bulk rare Pokemon Cheetos. We'll send you one.
We actually should do. We should do like our bulk as like a.
Bulk common Pokemon Cheetos.
All right, next time we'll get it.
Yeah.
We're on the hunt.
Bye.
Cool, and then
Alright, let's all go get Cheeto packs. Oh yeah, see you sing Emery's song apparently.
What should I do? 'Cause I fucked my mom.
What?
Here it comes.
What should I do? 'Cause I fucked my mom. Felt so good, but it is so wrong. What do you get when you fuck your mom? You get a brother and you get a son.
Yeah. Those are my lyrics, by the way.
Hell no.
I wrote those.
You get a brother and you get a son.
And then, so this is like the part where it gets like emotional. Here it comes.
Pussy is the best when it's where you're from.
Ew.
Me and my mom gonna finna come.
It's kind of beautiful, huh?
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, serious fuck. He's on another one, man. That's crazy. How are you gonna make a song?
Yeah. Here we go.
What should I do? 'Cause I fucked my mom. Felt so good, but it is so wrong. What do you get when you fuck your mom? You get
A brother.
and you get a son.
That's insane. That's insane.
So that's that song. That's that song. That's,
Where do you even come up with that, bro? Like it's good, but I'm gonna throw up. Yeah.
so this is another one that we did, and Will is a part of this one as well.
It just hurts.
Okay.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
What is it? Truth or what?
Okay.
That you guys have recommended to me in the past, and just the description here is Fat Families is a documentary reality show that's broadcast on Sky One, blah, 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 blah. Weight loss expert Steve Miller helps overweight families improve their lifestyle and eating habits. Steve is given a run for his money with a fat mother who has lost all control. Can he tame this 600-pound beast, or is she beyond his help?
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, Fat Families is canceled after the family decided to sue the production company following airing of this episode. Nice.
Wow. Okay.
I'm in Telford, Shropshire, and I'm about to meet one of the
Dang, dude came out of dude came hard.
Following airing of this episode. Nice.
Wow. Okay.
He comes really hard at the camera.
Okay.
I'm in Telford, Shropshire, and I'm about to
The camera goes really hard at him. It was fast.
meet one of the fattest families I've met in my life. If they don't pull out their chubby fingers, they'll be on the way to an early grave. Watch out, cops. Enough is enough.
Wow. This guy's just as savage as Dr. Now.
Get him!
Hey, fatty.
Good morning.
How you
Wait, what? Did that actually happen?
doing?
Come in.
All right. This is gonna be like a comedy sketch or something. Hey, fatty. Hey. Wow. Fat shaming the show. It's the show I've been waiting for all my life.
What should we do then?
Crisps.
More food.
Ben! Do me a favour. Another packet of discos. Don't bring me a little individual bag. Bring me the big bag, babes.
Okay.
Business as usual.
This one.
That's the very fellow.
Like, she's like, give me that bag, you know, the big one.
The family size.
That's just business. That's me. That's business as usual right there.
That's true.
Tanya emptying up to 10 packets of crisps in a single sitting. That's at least 1,500 calories added to a daily quota.
Ben!
Can you give me a pack of cakes, darling? Ben! A raspberry turnover, my killer one too. Ben! Do me a favour.
Ben! The cuts and eating and old douches in the middle like, oh.
They're just eating all this in front of me, one after the other.
Usually whenever we have like weight loss shows, everyone's on their best behavior and they try to pretend like they've been healthy the entire time. But no, not this family. Not this one.
I'm still confused on. He opened the door and said, "Hey, Fatty." What?
Just eat and eat and eat. You know, maybe it's like a death wish. Do you know what I mean? Ben!
Oh, God, not again. Oh.
Oh. I mean, like, I'm still confused on if this is real or not. But you know, if I was that kid, oh my gosh. I'd be like, what do you want for Christmas? I'd be like, earplugs, please, earplugs, please, please. Or a mouth guard for you. Either one. Wait, yo. Mouth guard. Mouth guard. And then give Ben the key. There you go. Then she wouldn't be able to eat.
Let's go have a nice cuddle in the kitchen, I guess. Cameras are there zooming in like, oh yeah.
And still in the background, Ben!
Where are you? Starving in here.
The interesting thing is you're not morbidly obese.
Really?
Who? Who's not?
You are super morbidly obese.
Okay, okay.
I'm already expecting someone in the comment section to be mad about it. Like, how dare you guys? You're fat shaming. Yeah, I guess so.
That's the show I've been waiting for all my life.
Because I'm in agony, you can kiss my I tell you. Because I'm not doing it. Ben!
I mean, he's not wrong though.
Okay. All right. This has a really nice treadmill they had in the background right there too. They could hardly open the door.
Yeah.
If you were to sum up how you are at the moment, what would you say? What would you say to me, Anne?
I'm in a rut. I'm a lazy fat
And you, Tanya?
I like being fat. I've always said it. I love being fat.
It's got to change.
No.
It's fine. She likes it. Leave her alone. She's fine.
Yeah, why are you even here, buddy?
She doesn't want to change. The grandma over there is just like
Grandma. Grandma apparently hates herself.
about it. Surprising.
Jeez.
So there's some music playing right now that we probably can't play, but
I'm so mean, bro. God dang. That restaurant's like, oh fuck.
So there's some music playing right now that we probably can't play, but the commentary is like, this is unbelievable. The food's spilling off the plate. Took like an all-you-can-eat buffet.
They put like soup on a plate. I mean, what do you...
Bro, is that gravy? I mean, granted, gravy and fries are pretty good, but like, dang.
Well, they're English, you know, so it's like it's either beans on toast or soup on a plate.
Oh, yeah.
Are you getting worried, Peter? Because you can see your food just going.
I'm worried we'll run out of food. I'm not worried on the
Dang, bro.
cost, but I'm worried we'll run out of food.
There's no way those are the only fat people that come there. I guarantee half the people there look exactly like them.
Right, that's
Goodness
it.
gracious.
I've seen it.
This whole show, this whole skit or whatever this
Wait, that's not in America, so maybe not. I don't know.
is, it reminds me of like early 2000s. Now, what you'd say about people like in high school, basically.
Right.
You know, of course, different times, right? You know, we grew up, you know, back in the day, and people, I mean, you know, Hillary Duff had to tell us to stop calling each other gay because it wasn't a cool.
True.
Right? Or Xbox Live lobbies were going wild. You know, there's a lot of crazy things being said, and so it just seems like it was written by someone who was like that we went to high school with, to be honest.
Right. Yeah.
You big fat fatty, we're going to run out of food, or even just like old, like even older people talking about other people in public.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at them, eating everything, eating at a house at home. They're going to shut this place down.
Next up, the chocolate fountain. Well, when in Rome.
It's like he just do that over and over again, just like stares at the camera. Like, you got a fondue? Of course you got to have some. To be honest, this is kind of a like an all-you-can-eat buffet for ants. What is that? It's like.
I mean, I thought there'd be a lot more people there, but
So like 20 bowls up there, maybe.
Right?
I need like multiple of those stacked beside each other. I can go
And filled to the brim.
I can go right now to the Chinese all-you-can-eat buffet and put this place to shame. Which the majority of the people that you see in there are this people that
yo, the all-you-can-eat Chinese buffets, though, those are pretty good.
they're sitting at that table right now. I mean, they just know what good food is all that means.
That's right.
If you've got people like that in there, you know you're in the right place.
Chocolate fountain, fried noodles. It's a one-way ticket to Wobbly World.
Wobbly World.
Putting the
Wobbly.
guys through a batch of medical tests. The results are in, and they're not good. You are fat.
Bro. That's wild.
This is incredibly serious.
Sounds like my doctor anytime I go in, no matter what's wrong with
What's wrong with me, doctor? You are fat. Like, damn, bro.
me. You know, he would always be like, well, Dane, well, you're fat. Yeah, I know, but I'm also sick. Help me.
Yes, obesity
He's like, I got the flu. That doesn't. What do you mean?
is a disease. I know that feeling. Doctor's like, yeah, you put on some weight. And I'm like, yeah, but I got like strep throat. Yeah, but that weight you got there.
You will eat less, you will eat better, you will move more.
No.
She's not having it.
You will stay fat and potentially die early.
Okay.
Okay.
Grandma just can't take it.
Why is she even there then? I mean, why is that dude even there?
Why is her husband just like, bruh?
He's
It's like I'm just sitting here. I'm just here. I do whatever she does.
like, my God. She actually said it. Yes, this is why I married her. He's a feeder over there, like, don't take my kink away, please. I can respect it, though. Lose weight or you're going to die. Okay.
Okay.
A normal day revolves around Tanya spending about 8 hours on the sofa. As I
I mean, like, guaranteed I spend that much time every day sitting on the computer. Actually, probably more time. But, like, at least I'll go outside for, like, 2 or 3 hours.
experience, she's not one to get up much.
Like, I have a cat. I mean, obviously, they have a dog and a kid. Take your dog and kid out. I mean, no, that sounds weird, but, like, go on walks.
But I'm going to change all that with a little
That
game.
looked like a good day right there. That look nice. Everybody's just there gaming.
Yeah.
Everybody look comfortable. People bringing food to it.
Bruh. Average old school RuneScape players.
Right?
If only my kids would bring me food, that'd be great.
Ben!
Tanya's had her boys running her errands for years. I think it's time that roles were reversed. How are they going to cope with running around for their kids the way their kids have been running around for them?
How are they going to cope with being parents?
Yeah, I know.
Oh no!
Up you get. Yeah.
I didn't know they were saying it first. Up you get. Dang, bro.
Let's have a sit down, boys.
Maybe you know, maybe it's not a parody. Maybe this is real dance. This seems like a legit strategy.
It's like, it's weird. It's like it is a parody, but it's real. It's like it's real, but then they're just like throwing in things to make it funny. But the person that was told to write it is like 45, 50.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
We've watched a lot of 1,000-pound life, 600-pound life, 1,000-pound sisters, where everyone waits on the people who are consuming everything, right?
Yeah.
Them having to get up and do things for other people.
Hey. reversing the role.
But it shouldn't need to be reversed. Like all the families we've seen where like the kid drops out of like college to take care of their parent or something like that. It shouldn't. There should never be the case.
Right.
What is
Wait, what was that?
this montage? She's dead.
Oh no!
She's dead, Dane.
Gosh!
People who are severely obese die on average.
Wait, what? Wait, no way, actually. No.
They go to the graveyard.
She what?
She died.
No way! The show, dude.
Like it's obviously obviously a comedy bit. So I mean, I hope they stick with it that she's dead. Just, I mean,
This here, an early death, is possible. People do die early through being too fat.
that's it.
That's wild. I gotta watch that the freaking montage at the end.
Kid drops out of like college to take care of their parent or something like that. It shouldn't. There should never be the case.
Right.
It's okay. She's on a treadmill, and then the kid's screaming at her, and then she's like, sad face,
What is this montage?
and then she dies.
She's dead.
Oh no!
She's dead, Dane.
Gosh!
And then that's it. The moral of the story: fat people die. Oh my gosh, bro! Like, what the fuck? What did I just watch?
Enjoy my life, and bye, friend. I love you. See you next time. Bye bye.
Ben! That's crazy. How far am I thieving level is this? I've gained like 30,000 XP. Like nothing. Oh. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. All right. What about XP per hours? 50K. Yo. Oh, that's because I didn't reset it. There's no way it's 50K. I should be getting like 10K. I haven't even been pickpocketing. You're between 45 and 75K? Here? I usually get like 150 to like 200K. If I pay attention at all. Like there's me watching a video and I get about, I don't know, maybe like 100 pickpockets off during the whole video. And then there's me halfway focusing, which is like pickpocketing the whole time, never using Shadow Veil, except like once in a blue moon. And then there's like actually paying attention pickpocketing, and that's whenever I get like 150, 200k. And then the other times I get like maybe like 80 to 120, something like that. Excuse me. I need to wipe off my mic real quick. I just hope I get a bunch before 99 thieving. I'm not coming back. There we go. We got a clean mic. One of my cat's favorite things to do is to walk in front of me and rub his entire body against my mic. So usually whenever I go to bed or wake up in the morning, there's just like a thick layer of cat hair just on my mic. Mom, bathroom. Yeah, see, like alerts and stuff do help a lot. I do like using them, but most of the time I don't use alerts because of stream or recording videos. I guess I could do a sound. Sounds usually work best. And it's fun. There even is a sound with mine. I think it. Wait, is that one up? But I never remember. Or I got so used to the sound that I don't even recognize it anymore. So I should probably change it. Okay. What is this one? All right, ex-cop crashes out and wait, getting tased. He crashes out while getting tased, or he crashes out before getting tased? I guess we found
Hello
out.
everyone, I'm Cinnamon Toast Ken.
And I am Buff Pro.
And check out these medals that Dane won playing pickleball.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yeah.
Yo. I want to play pickleball. I feel like I'll be really good at it. I used to play tennis a lot, so I'm like, I feel like I would destroy everyone.
Gold medals of tournaments, dominating them people. Easy.
Yeah.
To celebrate that, we're gonna watch a video that you guys sent to me about a dude getting tased. Woo! Yeah, let's go, baby!
Taser!
True Crime Explained, which is like a channel that's got under 2,000 subscribers, and I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know. I actually don't know who sent this in. Maybe it's them. Either way.
Here we
cool.
This is exactly what unfolded in Illinois when Jam.
He has that face of like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that.
The former officer faced off against law enforcement in a dramatic standoff.
He's on that Los Angeles Kush. He's a former officer.
Wow.
Officers
It looks roided out.
responded to a call from Jam's mother, who reported that her son was trespassing at her residence and refused to leave.
I feel like that's a very good sign that you're probably not the best person. Whenever your mom calls the police, like, hey, my son won't leave. I want him to leave.
Upon arrival, the officers attempted to de-escalate the situation by reasoning with Jam, explaining that his mother did not want him in the house.
Can you imagine being in your mom's house and she's like, wow, come get him. He's trespassing.
Right.
I want him here. Mom, wash my clothes.
He's going through my refrigerator right now.
Mom, I'm hungry.
Yay!
Move back in, Mom. This economy's rough.
Mom, please.
So this is your mom's house, not yours, right? Correct. So we don't need a warrant because we have your mom's permission to come in the house.
Okay. Will it bite us? Okay.
No. It doesn't mean it's.
That mom back there, she back there.
She's lock picking.
She's getting her lock picking to 99.
Right here, like the guards over there talking to someone. I'm just back there in the back.
Yo, she's getting her thieving up. That's what's up. We're both getting our thieving up right now.
No, it doesn't mean it's your house if you have power of attorney. No.
No, it doesn't work that way.
He doesn't have power of attorney? Oh. And your mom said you don't have power of attorney anyways.
Mom! Jeez.
Stop saying it, Mom.
God, I used to be a police officer, Mom. Just let me lie to the police officers. Jeez.
Officers informed him that since he did not reside there and his mother had given them permission to enter the house, they did not require a warrant.
Jamin?
No, you're not
Jamin.
pushing me. I'm under arrest.
Go! Get him!
Take down.
Tase him!
Like, as a cop, I feel like that's the thing you probably shouldn't do is that.
Oh, power bomb?
Down!
Bro.
Taser!
Oh, he tased him. Oh.
He's like, yeah. I was about to say, is that not going to stop him? Is he going to go all roid rage?
Oh, he got tased.
Dang! The cop was like, electricity! Everyone, this sucks. Ouch! Right now, I got power. He's just trying to watch the game. He's like soccer on the TV.
Yeah, I think he's watching the game, bro.
That's not American. Get him out of here!
Don't move! Don't move! I got.
Mom's back there.
He's like trying to. He's trying to like resist it. That's crazy.
Stop it! Not in the house. Dude's on the ground. He's gonna run out of battery eventually.
He starts foaming at the mouth.
He's watching golf.
Dang.
That is the least intense thing I've ever seen.
So hyped up.
He's like, yeah, let's go.
Tiger Woods just came back.
I don't know, man. You ever seen some people watch golf? It's pretty intense. Bro, he is just like tasing him, like continuously. Dude's just getting up. Oh my gosh, dude. He's literally turning into the Hulk. Oh my gosh. He's just going.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh my gosh, and now he's just standing there. Bro, please tell me if I have tased somebody with a police grade taser and I'm sitting there pulling the trigger and the dude's just standing there looking at me. I'm getting out. I'll see you later. Like, you need to tackle him. I'm not doing it.
I don't know if he's like yelling because he's angry or because of the pain. He's like, oh, oh no, oh, you keep tasing me.
It's both.
I think he's just tired of yelling at this point. Look at him, he's just.
He said, "I'm done, bro. I'm done."
I can take it.
10-4.
Why are you fighting? What are you doing?
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh no. He's like, who are you? What am I? What are you guys doing right now? Everybody.
You guys are in my mom's house. Get out.
She's back there. Your sister. Think of your sister. What would she think of you right now? I do like it. It's like they're like, oh, so like wrestling, kind of wrestling. They're not really fighting, just kind of wrestling around, and they'll just kind of stand there and look at each other. What are you doing?
Tase him down.
Tase him again.
Where was your warrant for coming in?
We don't need one because it's your mom's house.
And already established that, Jamin.
Okay, and you tell me that this is not your mom's house, correct? But you have nothing in your hand right now to prove that it's your house.
This is my.
What's your address? What's your legal address?
My legal address?
Yes, sir.
I've got several properties.
Okay.
So the one that I have my address.
Can't believe he's not got like two more, like both of them just shooting with the taser right now still.
Right. The other guy's in the back, like ran back out to the car reloading, man. You know,
he's like getting his next cartridge and they're like, all right, buddy, you about to. Like, all right, we'll be tased. Put your hands behind your back. Why are you here? And they go, and it's like step number 1 for all these arrests where someone
yeah.
Like, we're just doing this in reverse for some reason.
Tase him, fight, and then all right, let's just ask him.
You told me you're at your mom's house, right? So you were at your mom's house, correct?
That is not my mom.
Okay, who's your mom? What's her
That
name?
is a fact.
What's your mom's name?
You tell me.
Well, you just told me that that's not your name, mom. So you tell me.
What her name is?
Huh.
Who is that lady?
She just broke in the back.
Is this now a breaking and entering? What's going on here?
What just happened?
I will say, True Crime Explained. We're skipping it for the sake of this video. But if you wouldn't spoil everything that happens before it happens, that would be great. You can give the narration afterwards, not before it all happens.
So I need
I want to tase you, but you're going to get tased.
So
behind your back. This is your last chance.
So you're going to have to put your hands behind your back, okay?
He's already fought with me.
The way he said it, he's already fought with me.
This cop that just
Can you get him?
walked in, he's like, gosh dang, this guy's big. He's like sizing him up. He's like, God, here we
He
go.
came in and give him like the getting his pants ready.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, man. I
Okay.
guess time to go. He's trying to look disappointed. Like, God, this guy's, oh, man.
All right. What disappointed him the most is like, man, he don't have a globe on his light on the ceiling. Ah, come on, it's your mom's house. Give her the freaking globe.
It collects bugs.
It's a pain because you got to get up there and take it off whenever you change the light bulbs out. But you know, just some LED lights. It's fine. They'll last longer.
Turn around. Turn around. Don't do it, man.
Oh,
Dang. Like, what is he? I just don't understand what people think they're gonna do, bro. Where are you gonna go?
oh, get him! Get him! Get him!
We got a runner! Yo. We need 2 tasers at a time.
No!
Oh, okay. Yeah, that dropped him. That was out.
Oh, gosh.
What the fuck? Give me your fucking hands. Put your hands. No!
Do broke. Okay. That's Dubro ran up and tased him.
Oh, gosh.
He ran all the way over there and said, "Tase!"
Put your hands. No! No!
Put your hands behind your back.
Well, it dropped him down here.
Yeah.
Look at this guy back there in the back by the.
He's probably like, he's like, "I can't move. You're electrocuting me."
But he's like, oh man,
7 tasers and 3 cops on one.
don't worry, this man skipped leg day. I got him. What's why they tased him? Like, yeah,
I guarantee he could shoot an attack like Pikachu. Whenever they're done, I'd watch out. They're gonna be on the way to the police station. He's gonna be like, and send down a bolt of lightning.
he just dropped straight down like they got him like in the sack or something. He's like, oh God, he's locked up like, put your hands behind your back.
I know. That's what I was thinking. He just said it. So I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna be able to get them arms
He's
out.
got him locked up. You know, he's having that move.
Ooh.
No, I didn't break any law. Okay, Jamin, you got.
Jamin, you're under arrest.
Okay, we've told you that multiple times. All right, if you don't like that, then we can go to court.
Please call the police.
We're here.
We are.
Oh no.
At least call the police. Right here, bud.
No. I don't think this guy's either he's trolling or he's just not all there, you know, one of the two. But either way, I gotta get him. Yeah. Call the police. Here we are. Somebody else. Not you guys.
Please call the police. We're here. We are.
I meant to say my friends. Call my friends, not you guys.
Call another department.
It's not going to happen that way.
Another department right here. They will help me.
Jim and Polo's here too.
Different color and everything.
How you doing?
Different color and everything. Hey, bro, it's me.
Yeah, we got two different departments. He's like, call another department that'll help me.
Jimmy, come on.
Okay, ready to fight again. He's ready for round 3. He's ready for round 3.
Oh, well.
Bro. No, he's definitely on something. Either that or he's having like a mental breakdown. Like,
Now!
How does he even have him? I don't understand.
They're grabbing by his neck rolls.
He's just like, got him.
My thumb. Oh, this dude's wild. Man. He makes a run. Where was he? Listen. Where's that guy? Where was he running to?
The woods.
I can't believe they caught him.
Maybe he could have made it to the end of the driveway, but that's as far as he was going, all right? He's going to be out there like, you guys wait till I catch my breath. What's I doing when I'm trying to fight back again?
He's going to go throw the car at him. Yeah. This guy is freaking strong.
Let's go!
Also, when the guy's like, let go of me, he's down there, he goes, yeah. He's like, oh, yeah, I got you.
Let go! Help me. Let go of my pants!
Help me.
Let him go. Beat his arm up.
You want to do it? Huh? Because I don't. And you do. And you know that. And that's against the law.
What?
The conference.
Another 4D chess move by this man down here. You don't know it, but I do, and that's against the law. I am the law.
Stand up. It's not medical. Stand up. Get my foot out right now. Get my foot. Let me go and I will. Let me go for today.
Let me go for today and I'll let your foot go. You have to let me go for today, though. You can come back tomorrow and get me, but you have to let me go today. And I'll let your foot go.
Where's his foot at?
I don't know. Maybe he's got like between his legs, like, ha! Got him. They're like, stand up, and like chest rubbing him. Like,
oh! He's like, his hands are like right here. He's just like, got him. He's like snatching him up, man. Yeah.
The Jedi powers, man. It's like watching I don't know, like kids wrestle. They're all holding him down. Get up.
Yeah.
Got your leg.
I got your
Let
leg.
me go. No, you.
Oh my God! God! Not off. Okay. Are you? I will. Get the out. You understand me? You're right. You're right. You don't have a choice. Get the
Now they're all very pissed off, and he's like, "You better get it." He's like, "Okay, all right."
He's like, yo, I took it too far. Okay.
All right, Jesus Christ. Don't kill me, guys.
Yeah. The guy was about to poke his thumb through his face. Jeez.
He's mastered all the pressure points. Yeah. He's one more from like the 5 steps of like the heart attack, whatever, from like Kill Bill.
I know.
Push that one and this one and this one and that one. One more.
After his arrest, Jam was charged with multiple offenses, including trespassing, resisting arrest, aggravated battery against a police officer, and unlawful use of a weapon for attempting to take the officer's taser.
I didn't notice him trying to take anybody's taser.
I didn't either. Was that the push? The push out the doors?
No, it's probably holding his pants.
Like, all right, give me a taser.
Maybe not.
And go.
I don't know. Or maybe it's when he was trying to like...
No, DDT him?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. That was a good one. Thanks for sending that one in. Yeah, if you want to share videos you want us to react to, it's down in the description. There's like there's a link, and it'll ask you like, give us the link and what is it about? You can check it out. There's like 13,000 submissions in there, so the
make it to it.
channel is going to be around for a long time. As long as you keep watching, make sure you subscribe. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. And say, yay, Dane, for pickleball and everyone beating up all them
30 to 49-year-olds.
30 to 49-year-olds. That's right. I was going to say all them old people. I was like, no, I can't take it away from you.
That was the age bracket.
I'm pretty sure there's a division. Yeah. Anyway, see you guys next time. Stay toasty. Bye-bye.
That's wild. That's wild. Today's been a good morning. That stretch confirmed it. I gotta go make coffee, and then I want to watch this.
Hello,
Too.
video gamers. How's it going?
Oh, this is about the Studio Ghibli filter.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I just learned about this like 2 days ago.
Well, I'm just gonna cut things straight with you. Are you a fan of Studio Ghibli movies? Are you a fan of AI generation?
What is a Studio Ghibli movie? Huh? Wait. Why is it called Why is it called that? I've seen all these movies. Okay, maybe not all of them, but I've seen a lot of these. There's a lot of these I haven't seen too. I want to watch them now. All right, this may take just like a second. I'm gonna because I'm not gonna do it unless I do it right now. So I'm gonna write a bunch of these down. All right. From Up on Poppy Hill. They made Spirited Away. I don't think I've seen that actually. Okay, cool.
well, your worlds might have fucking collided. Now, I want to start off by saying that what we're looking at over here is very AI generated prompts that are actually getting to a point where, if I
They're so good though. I've been seeing them everywhere, but they're so good.
was an artist, I would probably be worried for the future of my job.
I'd be so worried, which sucks, but like, dang. They look so cool.
Okay, so let me show you a few things that have been going on. Now, if you ever watched the movie Scarface with Tony Montana and that pile of cocaine, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a
Oh, that's so good.
Studio Ghibli version. Now, an artist didn't make this, okay? An actual AI algorithm
That's
looked
funny.
at this image based on the original from the movie and just put it together in Studio Ghibli form.
I don't think you can, or actually you probably can. I really have no idea. But I want to do myself. I haven't done myself yet.
Now, obviously, this is not the only image. You probably watch movies like The Godfather, okay? Now, again, I don't even need to show you the original images. I think it's pretty evident for anybody watching that this is, in fact, from the movie The Godfather. Of course, if you're somebody that's watched good old Pulp Fiction, you probably remember these two characters. Obviously not in the Studio Ghibli version, because that never existed until like 24 hours ago. So yeah, ChatGPT,
Oh, so this did just come out.
one of the biggest AI companies in the world, has now released a brand new model known as ChatGPT 4.0. Not really brand new, but a significant update to image generation. Now, look, I've been looking at image generation from all the way back in the fucking NVIDIA Gauguin days. But I made videos when we looked at things like DALL-E when it came out, and I think the general sentiment at the time was, yeah, this is impressive, but obviously real artists are still far better than what this is generating, and that's true. In fact, speaking of good artists and artwork, we in fact do have to promote our new merch. We have a drop that is literally less than 3 days out. It will not exist anymore. And a little over to get this merch drop. After that, it's pretty much done and dusted. But now we're looking at the infamous meme, all right? You know, the boyfriend turning around looking at the other woman, okay? And the girlfriend's pissed. Yeah, I don't even need to show you the original. I think just looking at this alone triggers a synapse in most people's brains and tells you what this image is actually supposed to look like versus the AI-generated Studio Ghibli thing. Now, one of the things that obviously when it comes to artificial intelligence is looking for errors, right? Like there's a lot of times where errors show up. For instance, windows don't appear level. There are weird architectural issues that you see. But over time, it just gets better. And this is the thing, like, I'm not going to say that this is better than human art, but it's getting to a point where literally months, within like 30 days, there are so many advancements in AI that it's actually genuinely scary if you're somebody working in the creative field. Just speaking from like a actual like creator in the space that has seen how even amongst YouTubers or people in the content creation circuit, commissions are really important, and it's a great relationship YouTubers have with people who are, again, artists. You know, how you can get your art in thumbnails, how you can get your arts in videos. But the reality is, I think from the start and the get-go with some of this technology, those guys are about to be the first ones that are really going to be hit in all of this. I think when it comes to people who are commissioning art, people who are producing art, you know, this kind of stuff is just so easy to source, and it's so easy to just put in a prompt, and the turnaround time is literally faster than any human being can output a real piece of art. That, you know, the fact that it's good enough, I think most people, unfortunately,
I think the thing that I use it for, or not, I don't use Studio Ghibli or anything like that, but like I use Photoshop, and Photoshop has generative AI. It's like you can pinpoint stuff, like if there's like a person in it that you don't want it to be in it, or like, I don't know, like a bird or like a stick, or if there's just like something that you don't want it to be in it or something you do want it to be in it, you can just like kind of outline it and then just tell it to put it in it, and it kind of, or take it out, and it does it for you. But it's like, it's really nice. It helps my process a lot more. But like, I don't think I don't think it's at a point to where you could just be like, hey, make me a thumbnail, and then it make a really good thumbnail. Like, you kind of got to get it to like, or like, I'll take an original image and then like do a bunch of stuff to it. Like, I use AI and it makes my job easier, but like, I don't use AI to make the image, I guess.
Fortunately, it is to say that most people do not care about the methods involved, they just care about the consumption of the product. And in that case, the moment these AI technologies get so good, and unfortunately they really are for people in the creative fields, most people will just consume or commission from these tools to begin with. And really, it's the copyright now that people are going to have to be looking at if you want any form of actual protections. And it is interesting to look into the copyright side, but that'll be towards the tail end of the video. Now, I'm not somebody that...
The day that a AI can produce me HD images of old school RuneScape, like for thumbnails and stuff, that's whenever I'll be happy. I haven't been able to do that yet.
That's super against artificial intelligence. I do use it mostly for things like, you know, planning out my day, maybe doing like a quick search. Deep research is super duper cool to me.
Definitely. Deep research, any kind of research stuff that you would ask Google. I just ask ChatGPT now, or like DeepSeek.
Like, I can throw
unless it's current, if it's like super current, I don't use it.
In a prompt and it will just look through obscure parts of the internet while I'm doing it, almost like I have a buddy on the side of my computer that I can call on at any given moment. But
I've also never used Grok or anything that scans real time.
Of course, artificial intelligence is like those technologies that has like a really awesome purpose, and it can also be used in a fucking nefarious way too. And I would say it is quite nefarious when one of the most popular animation styles from one of the most beloved iconic fucking animation studios has basically been reduced to easy replication by a fucking $20.
That is pretty crazy though. And I don't think they can they get in trouble for that? Like, it's not their, can you copyright an art style?
A month AI feature. Now, yes, you do have to pay $20 a month in order to do this, and I was kind of debating putting my faces as memes for this as well, too, for the thumbnail for the video, but honestly, given the ethical ramifications of all of this, I really feel it was probably better to source it from, like, an actual artist. So you might be wondering, but Muda, isn't this illegal? Well, I decided to look up a lot of the legalities based around copyright, and while copywriting actual art pieces is totally okay, it's something that you can do all the time. Copywriting an art style, on the other hand, is actually difficult. You can't copyright an actual art style because people can replicate the Studio Ghibli style of animation. They just can't copy exact animations or even characters or copyrighted entities in those designs. It's actually complicated how copyright laws, especially like this, work. And of course, obviously, it'd be one thing if people were just generating it, but when you got the CEO of the goddamn service throwing up a Studio Ghibli version of himself, oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, they do not give a fuck. They very much are kind of okay with a lot of this happening. Now, there's been so much Studio Ghibli AI generation shit that it has actually been quote-unquote burning their servers. It's super fun seeing people love images in ChatGPT, but our GPUs are melting. We're gonna temporarily induce some rate limits while we work on making it more efficient. Hopefully won't be long. ChatGPT free tier will get 3 generations per day soon. So because so many people are requesting Studio Ghibli shit every goddamn second of the day on planet Earth, these GPUs are...
That's crazy it got that popular.
Cooking. Now, obviously, it's a bit of a hyperbole. I'm sure that GPUs aren't literally melting down, but you get the idea, right? The amount of power being consumed to generate this prompt is fucking insane. I did try it on a ChatGPT subscription that I had, and the generation of the image is substantially longer than just a base image generation. It really does feel like you're putting ChatGPT servers and hardware through the ringer every time you actually generate an image like this. And from what I've heard, there's also animations that can be done within the containers of ChatGPT, But this is not something I was actually able to achieve. However, I have seen Studio Ghibli styled AI animations, which kind of blow my mind, okay? Just from an animation perspective, it's kind of scary if you do work in the AI field, right? Now, obviously, if you are somebody that is an animator, look, animation is one of those, like, I want to say passion project jobs, where that people love watching animated cinema. People forget how much an animator doesn't really make in the process. So if you're like a studio like Disney or Warner Brothers back in the days of the 30s and the 50s, it really was that these animators were just assembly line people. They would draw and be paid, from my understanding, frame by frame. And at this moment in time, animators weren't just working for nothing pretty much, but they were also overworked, and their pay wasn't matching like inflation or anything of that nature. So realistically, you got shit pay, you got shit hours, but ultimately you produce content that profited the actual, production studios tons of money. And of course, down the road with the digital age, and of course the era that we are right now, the digital age, the amount of outsourcing that exists means that literally you can outsource your animations to tons of different countries where the standard of living is low enough that you can literally pay out even less wages for animation. So the point I'm making here is a lot of big animation houses truly give a fuck about like maximizing their profit, while of course limiting the amount of cost it takes. It's just standard business. So ultimately, this Studio Ghibli shit that we're seeing right over here, the reason why it's so scary is with AI already so popular in like big games, like I believe Call of Duty has a bit of AI peppered into it as well too.
I think a lot of things have AI in them. Like big companies have been using AI for a long time, and a lot of them haven't told you. Like there's no way. Oh, I gotta stretch. Like I know there's big companies that use AI but don't tell you, and like their trailers for a lot, like few video games and stuff.
And Activision admitted to it, but when you have, all right, big production houses like Disney, for instance, like Warner Brothers, looking at this stuff from the sidelines, they can think, why the fuck should we even pay the outsource?
Oh yeah, and they're gonna, what was it? It was like a company is more likely to fire a whole bunch of people and then use the AI, even though the AI is shittier. It's insanely cheaper. So the company is willing to take the cheap shittiness over the, I guess, like good quality of a person. I don't know.
People any money when all we can do is just throw a rough prompt into like all these like AI tools and have them generate for us. Even on enterprise plans for AI stuff, they will still make their fucking money. They will still spend far less in animation work than if they actually paid a human being. Which again, the better that this stuff becomes, and this is unfortunately pretty good. The whole barrier for this is if the general purpose person can look at these animations and think good enough, that's way beyond the line for big production companies. And that's unfortunately the grim fucking reality of this. Now, the thing is, for the guys over at Studio Ghibli, obviously Hayao Miyazaki, a man in his 80s at this point, was actually pretty outspoken about artificial intelligence in the first place. So I wanted to look into this documentary from like 2016, this NHK documentary where they were like actually, interviewing the man and talking to him about this kind of stuff. And there were a few quotes that people are kind of sharing around. Again, the context of this quote could be expanded on, which is why I wanted to see it in its like full, raw, uncut manner. And even when it came to animations, the man who's basically gotten his like Premiere Studio style pretty much aped on the internet at this moment in time by anybody with a $20 subscription, has pretty much said when he was presented with AI-generated animations that it was disgusting, right? He would never wish to incorporate this technology into any of their work, and they strongly feel that this is an insult to life itself. So yeah, the man doesn't necessarily enjoy any form of AI stuff like this, okay? Especially AI animations that, again, take that entire human aspect out of producing things. And I wouldn't be surprised why. Clearly this is important to a man who's spent many decades of his life on this craft. I would imagine that obviously anybody who's looking at this that is an animator is probably just disgusted. And again, you may be wondering, like, Muda, how the fuck is this actually legal? Because here's the thing about it. Even though that you can't copyright a style, let's not forget, because of how artificial intelligence necessarily works, you have to gain training data from somewhere. And this Studio Ghibli style is so good is literally because I think that, again, for OpenAI, it's probably as simple as them downloading every single fucking version of like their movies at the highest possible resolution and throwing it as training data for the image generation, video generation models that are powering OpenAI. So I believe personally that copyrighted work was obviously used to train OpenAI. And the thing is, a lot of these companies, these big AI guys, are fighting in the government to make sure that they have access to everyone's copyrighted works as fair use. So if you don't believe me, here's a letter from Google, okay? And they talk about the potential of AI is nearly unlimited. And we're already seeing how it revolutionizes healthcare. I'm sure they're probably going to bring up the good stuff about it. You know, maybe like protein folding, like all that shit. Probably not the fact that it can isolate who you should be removing from insurance lists down the road because of acute issues they have. I'm sure that's not the case. Accelerate scientific discovery and transform our economy for the better. But the nation's ability to harness AI's benefit requires the right policy frameworks. So, all right, this is one of the wildest things that I've seen here. So when it comes to copyright, balanced copyright rules such as fair use and text and data mining exceptions have been critical to enabling AI systems to learn from prior knowledge and publicly available data, unlocking scientific and social advances. So yeah, a lot of the data that's publicly available for free, they've already scraped and grabbed. These exceptions, so what they're listing here, allow for the use of copyrighted publicly available material for AI training without significantly impacting rights holders and avoid often highly unpredictable, imbalanced, and lengthy negotiations with data holders during model development or scientific experimentation. Even when you look at fucking OpenAI, right, like directly from the horse's mouth, this is their proposals for the AI action plan in the United States, right? And again, what they're proposing down over here, what they want the US government to do, is a copyright strategy that promotes the freedom to learn. America's robust, balanced intellectual property system has long been key to our global partnership or leadership on innovation. We propose a copyright strategy that would extend the system's role into the intelligence age by protecting the rights and interests of content creators while also protecting America's AI leadership and national security. So hold on a minute, what are we actually like promoting over here? The federal government can both secure Americans' freedom to learn from AI and avoid forfeiting our AI lead to the Chinese by preserving American AI models' ability to learn from copyrighted material. So what they're carving out is a special exception, right? Let's say you make a copyrighted movie, and I can't download that copyrighted movie and share it with the world. Obviously, it's your copyright, it's your material. You decide what you want to do with something that you've made with your own hands or tools or whatever. What OpenAI wants is, yeah, copyright's cool, guys, but like, what if we had a special exception just for us? Because remember, those fucking Chinese are beating us at AI right now. We got to keep up. We got to catch up. They want the ability to pirate everything in the world. Not you, but them. That's it. That's what these big companies kind of fucking want, all right? And it's as simple as that. It's as
I read that in DAW. Can't forget about China.
simple as it is. You don't need to make a video anymore talking about it. It's just the actual thing that these people want. It's fucking insane. And the thing is, look, at the end of all this, obviously this is training data that they've utilized, And that is why ChatGPT is so good at Studio Ghibli. And again, it's the fact that AI is doing this is not indicative of the fact that it's learning in any capacity. It's a great regurgitation model. It really is. And ultimately, the end of all this, right? If you're somebody that's an artist, if you're somebody that is like, you know, in this field and you're producing things with your own two hands, it's gotten to a point that it doesn't matter what your copyrights are. These people could just grab all of your portfolio, throw it into their engines, and all of a sudden you're completely invalidated. You don't exist. You don't matter. AI is one of those things that genuinely is kind of cool, but the implications, the amount of creative jobs, you know, at least in animation, that are already really bad from like from a cost benefit perspective. When you jump into these things, you go through all these schooling, the training, the education, and you're still making fucking all. And now the technology that these guys are making, you bet your ass they're going to lease for their millions of dollars a month to big companies like Disney.
That's crazy too, because like the animation industry has already been like crazily underpaid.
Any production house, and all of a sudden those production houses, let's say they wanted 300 animators that year, they might only need fucking 30. All right, someday they might need just prompt engineers, to be honest with you. So I really don't think that these people should be allowed to carve their own exception on what is piracy, just so that they can create a technology that is so computationally expensive just to generate filtered Studio Ghibli images, right? I really feel like there is an actual copyright piracy law being broken. And honestly, I wouldn't even be against that if it wasn't for the fact that for the average person, it's completely illegal and wrong. But for people like OpenAI and Google and like every single AI company, they want it to be legal for them. It's completely rules for me, but no rules for me, but rules for thee type mentality. Crazy shit. But yeah, I really feel like the Studio Ghibli stuff is just another example of like how this has become incredibly normalized. It really has been. AI is still one of those things that I feel, because of what even ChatGPT guys have said, where like the GPUs are burning. I don't know how sustainable this stuff is in the long term, right? Like, I really don't know how you're going to adjust for scale. If a few people who have joined in on a meme weekend are causing your servers to melt, quote unquote, we've got problems. And this is one of the largest AI companies in the world, by the way. But honestly, it's one of those things where you can't really even turn it off, right? Let's say OpenAI and Google don't get their benefits for using other people's IP. That doesn't mean that, you know, Chinese AI companies that are making things like DeepSeek or any other country can't just download another country's copyrighted materials because they don't respect those laws. I mean, the Chinese don't have to respect DMCA. They can download our entire repertoire and do it themselves. So it's a weird world, man. Like, everyone's in this great AI space race. It's moving way too fast, and there's no way that anybody can just stop for a second and think, maybe there should be some controls around this. Because it's almost impossible to put controls around something like this too, especially when everyone around the world is getting on it. You can't police the whole world. So I guess the method is, why even bother policing ourselves? It's insane, dude. But yeah, sorry if I jumped from just the
It's gonna be crazy. Like, it's already crazy to see how far AI has come in the past like 2 years. It's gonna be crazy to see what it's like.
Goofy Studio Ghibli topic to this slightly depressing AI art topic, because I feel like most people talking about this don't really understand what the actual things in the background are happening in regards to this topic. You know, when I think about how much data is being processed, right? Here's LM Studio, for instance. And right over here, you can see that I can download just models right now on the internet. So I can download like DeepSeek. I can throw it into LM Studio and I can ask it, you know, how many days in the week are there? And again, because I have a 4090 GPU, it can process all of this really fast. Local AI stuff is super duper cool. All this stuff at scale, you know, it can be tough. You know, for a modern GPU like mine, for a enthusiast grade GPU, I can still actually face problems running some of these like models, especially the higher the parameters you go. I can only imagine how much thrashing goes on at a server over at OpenAI when people are requesting, you know, these Studio Ghibli images, especially at the scale that's being requested right now. It's just weirdly unsustainable. And I think in the next couple of years, we might see something wild about this come out. But ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and yeah, I'm out.
It will. Let's. Hey, Miss Baven.
See here. Bukla. People are like, Will, if you come back and you have a British accent, I'm going to stop watching you. Multiple people said that to me. I was like, I don't think that's how that works, man. I don't think that's how visiting works. Very disappointed that you never recreate a Tom Skinner video. That's all, folks. The week is done. The weekend's here. The trucks are packed up. The warehouse is locked. I'm here at Dino's, the best pub in London.
That's actually really good.
And I'm having a beans and toast because I love me missus, but you know how cooking is. Ebosh. I don't remember what else he says. Oh, no, the gravy. Dude, he pours the gravy without looking because he's the absolute governor. No. Go click the boss, dude. Sorry. What do you say like that? What, Macca's or McDonald's or what? Say what? Like what? Mate. It just became like a vocal stim where me and Hannah would just randomly just be like, oh, mate. Just I don't know, man. It's so hard not to. And it's so hard when you're walking around in like London or whatever, like, and there's just people like talking to each other. It's so hard to not just impersonate them. It's like the guy just talking on the phone. He's like, did you have any food? And then I just like repeat it immediately. And then I realized what I did. And I'm like, I just walk away really fast. Yo, well, which personality is on stream tonight? The Trickster is piloting right now. Just a heads up. Quick word from today's sponsor. I recently found out I was still being charged a monthly subscription for a RuneScape account that I just made for leagues. Every single it's crazy thinking that you lose viewers. Meanwhile, I was wiggling out looking for a willy fix for the past week. Plus you have a hairline that only a mother can love, so you know their love is real. The fuck? What do you mean? What? No, man. I had people telling me that it looked better in person. And you know, no guy, only one guy said my hairline looked better in person. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know why I lied. One guy said that my hairline looked better in person, but many different people said that I was taller than they expected. So what about that? Someone was like, dude, your face cam is really like, doesn't do it justice or whatever. What's up, dude? That means you have short guy energy. That does not mean I have short guy energy. No, no, don't say that. I think that's a good thing, actually, honestly. I feel like short guys, you know, have great personality. Should I not be saying this? I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. My bad. Chill, dude. What classifies as short? We don't have to have this conversation. We don't have to do this. Hi, it's Will7. Did you have fun at Runefest? It was so fun. Like, I had a great time. Shout out to Jagex, dude. Like, honestly, I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to go that bad. Like, you guys saw me the day before I left. I was like, dude, I'm like nervous. I don't like know if anyone fucks with me like that. I've never been to one of these things. How were the fan interactions? The meet and greet was probably my favorite part. It was really sweet. Everyone was really nice. Way more normal than I thought. You know, I don't know. Again, I thought it was gonna be like Twitch chat. But everyone was so nice. The amount of people that fucking came up to me and said these exact words, though, this was like most interactions I had. They were like, dude, like, I like watching the RuneScape stuff, but I really like, and then they would just name like one variety game that I played like in the last like 3 years, you know? Some like random, they were like, dude, I really just like Desert Bus. Like, I watch that video all the time. You've got to do more, and then they'll just say like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Casino Simulator. Did anyone call you the cum guy? A bunch of people said that they thought I was gonna be late to the meet and greet because I showed up like right when it started. But like, dude, imagine if I was 15 minutes late to that. That would be like career ending. I can't say this story, dude. Like, I just feel so... Okay, some guy walked up to me and, like, asked me to sign, like, his phone. Like, he had a thing on his phone that he was having people sign. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then he turns to one of my mods, who I won't say their name, and he goes, oh, are you the guy that he plays Minecraft with? Can you sign this too? Nah, he was white. He was just, you know, I think maybe it was because he was like shorter than me. I don't know. I really have no idea. Like, I don't know why he thought that. I have no, he was completely serious. It was like so crazy. I have no idea where that came from. I think he just wasn't really familiar with squeaks, I guess. I don't know. Tell the Mr. Nice story. The story of he was only there for like part of one day and I didn't even get to see him. Pretty fucked, bro. You're never getting those corp kills, huh? Some guy gave me a card, like a business card, and he's like, yeah, this is a voucher for 10% off my corp boosting services. He's like, yeah, dude, I got like 3 people the pet last month. This is an enterprising young man. This was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, dude. Fuck Mr. Nice. Honestly, I'm hitting up this guy. I had another Uber driver that was like asking me, this is a separate guy than the guy that I told you guys about, the dude that wasn't impressed with my follower count. That was funny. This is a different guy, and he only knew, like, he didn't really understand streaming, but he like asked us what I explained what it, like, you know, I do for work, whatever, and he was like, oh, so you like smash things? And I'm like, you know, maybe sometimes. I don't really like smash things that much. He was like, you ever do one of these? Fuck you, Kevin, in the chat, you're banned. And he was like doing an impression of what he thinks a streamer is. This guy was probably like late 30s, early 40s.
Fuck you, Kevin, in the chat.
That's exactly what I do. Oh my god, that's exactly what I do. He knows like Aiden Ross and like XQC. Those are like the only streamers he knows. And Kai. I was like, oh yeah, I've actually met yeah, I was like, dude, I've met XQC, whatever. And he was just like, no way, lad. Like, I don't know, it was really funny. So that's when he started like taking me seriously. He was like, oh my god, because I asked him for a photo at the Streamer Awards and didn't talk to him at all, you know. Hell yeah, I'm a big deal. Yeah, it's no big deal, man. I just like, I don't know, bro. I had quite a few Guinnesses while I was there. That was the first thing I did when I got into town, is me and Cold One had a creamer at the hotel bar, dude. Shout out to Cold One. I didn't really get to see him the last day. That's one of the things that those random blokes asked me. He said, how do you find the Guinness here? And I said, oh, it's a creamer. And he gave me a fist bump for that.
Great Yuri cosplay. Glad you're back.
Some random guy just at the bar when we were in London. Just like not a RuneScape person, for the record. Just a random guy. Can you imagine the look that the customs guy, can you imagine the look that he gave me when he was like, where did you go? I said the UK, and then he looked at me like this and he said, why?
Hope you had a...
Like he was like offended. It wasn't like, oh, why were you there? He said, why? Like, he seemed so mad at me. I was like, dude, I was there for work. Really fun. I met most of the people I wanted to meet, not everyone, but that's okay. I think it's just a short one, dude. It's only 2 days, so it's like, I don't know, just a lot of people. They should really make it longer. I don't know, it was kind of like, it felt short because like it ended on the second day. The shit ended at like, it wasn't even like 5 o'clock yet when they were like kicking people out of the venue. It was crazy. And then we were all just standing outside. That's when I took that picture with that guy's like anime doll. He was really nice. I don't know what that character is, but hopefully it's not bad. I didn't know what that was. The funniest part was like, he was just holding that and he's like, yo, can I get a picture? And I was like, yeah, dude, is it cool if I hold this? Because he was like holding it. And then he just posted the photo of me holding it. And I was like, fuck yeah, okay, whatever. He just cropped himself out. Fine, dude, whatever. All good. It's like his Avi, I guess. Did you meet Josh Strife Hayes? Dude, I didn't know him at the time, and I feel kind of bad about that, but apparently he's the GOAT, dude. I just don't watch that much like YouTube, to be honest. I don't know. But I was told he just plays like every MMO, and I'm like, dude, I want to do that. It's a genius idea. Oh, he was hosting the live stream. Okay, got it. Because I was like, I don't know. I wasn't watching the live stream at all, obviously. That was like a sectioned off area. And like, I don't want to be around the Twitch chat any more than I have to. Are you serious? That's like, V the Victim described that as the worst chat in all of Twitch, is the old school RuneScape official channel. I was
True.
like, yeah, I agree. Totally. Like, I don't want to see what's going on in there. Luck gets increased after Runefest. Dude, Cold One like went to the computers where you can test sailing, and he just did a TOB, and he got the pet. I'm not kidding. He did 1 KC at the event, and he got a pet. I was just like, dude, something has to be up, right? There has to be like boosted rates or something. Imagine getting more pets at Runefest than Will gets in a year. You're gonna eat those words when I get this pet tonight, by the way, I'm just saying. And I'll have 2 pets this year. 0 pets on stream, that doesn't even count. I mean, it does count, but like, it doesn't matter that it was off stream, is what I'm saying. Fuck you. Will, I'm going on a date with a Virgo in 15 minutes, parentheses, I'm a Gemini, wish me luck. You're a Gemini? I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm pretending to know. Sorry, man. Or congratulations. Is Virgo bad? I don't know. I thought Gemini was like mean people. Or like, that's like one of the 3 that I know. I only know the bad ones. I know Sagittarius, people call it Sagittariist, and I think that's really funny. That's my favorite thing to say. You know, you just gotta have like 1 comment to say. That'll get you pretty far in this life, you know, as if you just know 1 thing about each of them, you know? I guess this isn't that funny, but like we went to the British Museum where all the stolen artifacts are, you know? And they had like, I guess that shit's like ancient. They had like astrology shit from like thousands and thousands of years ago. Like, I don't know, like ancient Egypt or something. It was fucking crazy. I didn't know that. They also have like mummies and like a dead guy that still has his skin on him, but he's like preserved. It was crazy. It was like actually reminded me of a Menti, and I was like getting scared. Like it made me fully think of a Menti. I did not like it. Bro, it was like it's freaky, bro. They just have full-on mummies. They're like bound and like have fucking shit bound over their eyes, and they're in there. What the hell is that about? If I hadn't played a Menti, it wouldn't have scared me, to be honest. That game just ruined my life. Breaking news: museum has artifacts. I'm sorry, dude. I won't share a cool thing that I saw. I'm sorry, dude. My bad. You don't think it's crazy? They just have like dead guys perfectly preserved from thousands of years ago. You don't think that's like cool at all? Come on, bro. It's pretty awesome. And girls. They have Cleopatra there. My horny ass could never work at the British Museum. Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, all right. So I got a blood shard, like what, almost 2,000 pickpockets in, and now I'm at 8,000, and I've gotten none. I'm due for one. Wrong place. Can I get 98 thieving today? Probably. Maybe. All right. Not that one.
GM to YouTube. I don't have time to go edit a video after stream, so you're getting a live reaction. Unlucky. So sorry. Enjoy anyways. Bonus video. Mwah! There's another Delve boss update. Okay, hold on. That means they're changing a shovel. I guarantee it. All right, let's see what it is. Considering I was completely happy with the update and that there's a new blog on it, I don't think it can get better. I think it can only get worse. Here we go. They changed the gloves? Okay. I'm okay with that. The gloves were kind of dumb. Definitely Band-Aid. Back with the final Delve boss reward. Well, we're sure you're eager or dreading to hear what we're changing. We'd like to take a moment to reflect on how things have gone so far. To say that nailing these rewards has been a challenge would be understatement of the year, and it's only March. We've learned a lot from our handling and your feedback and all the back and forth we've had on these rewards, and have a few key takeaways. Damn, they're like full apologizing. Find better ways of discussing difficulty, target audiences for content that properly set expectations. This is huge. As soon as you say it's like X boss, it's over, bro. Do you remember Muzpa? Muzpa, they were like, Muzpa is a Vorkath level boss. And Reddit fucking exploded. They're like, this is so hard compared to Vorkath. Instantly. Goblin said be nice? Okay. Yeah, they blew up and then it was over. So I think, yeah, just comparing it to any boss is not the play. Muzpa is very similar to Vorkath. It's pretty fair to compare them. I think that was totally fair. But as soon as you do that, people just have an idea in their head and they're like, this is not exactly what you said. And then it's over. It's a pet peeve of mine and a really difficult thing to get right, in fairness. I don't think that's you guys' fault. I think that's the community's fault, honestly, but I don't think it's your fault that Reddit melts down when you compare Muzpa to Vorkath. I don't know. In earlier stages, it wasn't clear to you exactly what kind of content this was and who it was positioned for, leading to confusing conversations around a cape reward that could have been avoided if we'd come out of the gate with more clarity. Yes, true. Improve our screening internally for potential rewards so that we're sure anything we propose is something we're ultimately comfortable seeing in the game. We saw a suggestion for the demonic digger, though it was cool and ran with it. We could have spent more time interrogating how our proposal would interact with the ways of player training farming. Yeah, the gloves as well. I think it's really easy to miss both of these. The like snape grass and
All right. 2 minutes. I've seen up to 3 minutes 30 seconds, so I'm gonna go open my window real quick and put on coffee for this last minute.
real quick. The gloves with shadow. It's really easy to miss both of those. Like, understandable to not think of shadow outside of the places you use it and stuff like that. Whether or not the resultant play patterns would be fun or lead to an increased sense of dailyscape and how it could impact the economy surrounding farming, herb, and by extension, PVM. Yeah. I appreciate they put dailyscape in there. Be more proactive at tackling balancing blockades sooner rather than later. These discussions have made it clear that Shadow has magic in a vice grip, which has loomed over any resultant conversations about magic reward space and made it difficult for us all to focus in on the rewards proposed. Yeah, Shadow needs help. It's good that we're saying it. Definitely needs help. People always want a comparator, but difficulty is such a nebulous term in OSRS. Yeah, I mean, you could say like Awakened Levi is similar difficulty to Inferno, but like they're not comparable, right? Like, and then you compare like a boss like Mocha to Inferno and it's like this. I mean, yes, that's the same rough tier, sure. I think you could say Duo Nex is comparable to Inferno, but that's like, it's dishonest. I think it's dishonest. I don't know. Not even dishonest. It's just like it depends on your perspective and where you're coming from. It's just not fair to compare them. I don't know. Blog live reaction. Get to find my opinion ASAP. Instant yap. Specific changes are incoming imminently. But before you scroll down, we'd like to thank you for all the candid and open feedback. Apologize for the sheer volume of blogs on the subject, and more than anything, we'd like to reassure you that the Doom of Mocha is shaping up to be seriously cool. Okay, cool. Polls for the rewards open next week on Monday, March 31st. Nice, okay. Gauntlets, all right. Wicked. Before we talk about the gauntlets, let's talk about the Shadow. There's no shying away from it. There are fundamental issues with Shadow. Yes. That effectively dictate what we can and can't do for any and all discussions around magic rewards. We don't like having our hands tied on this, and it's clear that you don't either. Unfortunately, we don't believe that we'll be able to make adjustments to a prestigious, valuable weapon like the Shadow and stick the landing on any changes alongside all of the other work that we're doing on Varlamore. We are, however, willing to make a commitment to you, so get ready to screenshot this and make sure to hold us accountable. Catherine Valley, grab the cannons if we don't follow through. Holy! That's like the ultimate pinky promise, damn. Damn, the Jagex pinky promise. Okay, okay. We will make adjustments to Shadow before we discuss any future best in slot magic reward space. We can't make any firm commitments on timing here, but we cannot and will not put... I think it's going to be a while before we get more magic rewards, probably, right? With how many we just got, so... We cannot and will not put ourselves and all of you as players, voters in the same position again, so it's something that we will absolutely tackle before proposing any future upgrades. Cool. Being said, our Band-Aid fix for the gauntlets was a tad divisive. In the short term, we're not going to be able to avoid a Band-Aid fix, but we do this in the knowledge that said Band-Aids can be pulled off whenever changes to Shadow are implemented. That's good. I think that was a big concern, is that like this is just how it's going to be forever, and it's never going to get removed. So that's really good to acknowledge that. Some players pointed out that restricting the gauntlet's effect to attacks within the next 4 ticks meant that standard spells or ancient magics wouldn't be able to benefit from them. This wasn't an oversight. We had some concerns around use cases like freezes in PvP, blood spell healing, and content where it's typically too inaccurate to be worth using, or potentially having to curtail elemental weaknesses to account for additional accuracy. We're not dead set on any of these being overly problematic, so we'll be adjusting the Confliction Gauntlet's passive effect to remove the 4-tick and instead benefit one-handed weapons only. Okay, that's fine. I honestly still would prefer it be just Shadow. Even though this doesn't affect many things, there's a couple things that are two-handed. I don't know who's going to be using a Blue Moon Spear in this. It's not really a big deal. But I would like if in the future it's like just Shadow and then rip off the Band-Aid after, you know? But this is fine. We'll be monitoring these use cases closely should they come into the game and require toning down in some areas. Okay, cool. This was the easy fix. Yeah, that works. Totally fine. Demon Spade. We believe the spade as initially proposed was too strong and that knocking its power down was the right call. We appreciate that the notion of preserving skills or conversations around whether increases to XP rates matter or not is a hot topic with loads of people on both sides of the fence, but ultimately it's our responsibility to steward the game's long-term health, meaning we take this sort of feedback seriously whenever it crops up and evaluate based on its merits. Based. Well, Reddit, we do hear you. We make the decisions, all right? Don't care, didn't ask. Anyways, it'll stay the same. Based. Mad respect, based. Actually based. The flip side to this is the version of the spade we are comfortable releasing doesn't feel right to this level of content, which is feedback we agree with. That's fair. As it stands, the Demon Spade sits in an odd spot where we feel it does have a use. We would have to be very common to make sense. Coming from this tier of content and thus be passively obtained en masse. Yeah, sure. Ultimately making a negligible impact in the profitability of Osto IAC. With all this in mind, we're making the difficult decision to remove the Demon Spade. Okay, where's it going? It's never fun shelving content. We're just full shelving it. It's never fun shelving content. We'd like to make it clear that we understand the want for something cool that benefits farming. A skill which hasn't seen any particularly impactful, unique upgrades since the bottomless compost bucket. We've seen suggestions to attach similar rewards to quests, diaries, or other content. And we believe that we will see something offering similar functionality to the Demon Spade in the future from a more befitting piece of content. All right, fair enough, I guess. We believe the eye, gauntlets, treads, and consumable tiers make for a tight and impactful set of rewards, which should remain in high demand and give seasoned gamers an incentive to risk it all at deeper delve levels. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I think a lot of people suggested from the Slayer mob or something. I would be okay with something like that. I don't mind quest rewards having something interesting. Like Kyrus, I feel like is fine. Because the real reward is getting it from Toa, like the gems, and putting them into the Kyrus. I feel like something like this from a quest wouldn't... I feel like it's a bit too powerful to be like a quest reward. I feel like it should drop from something. Yeah, I'm okay with them shelving it. I honestly thought it was okay to drop from Yama, but it would be hard... Or from Mocha, but it would be hard to balance. For sure, I could see that. If you haven't seen my video on it, the rough breakdown is Snapegrass was going to be broken. It was basically going to add 8 U-tree patches on a 70-minute cooldown. And a lot of people were like, that's fine, that's not fine, whatever. I just didn't think it was a fun training method to be doing U-tree runs every 70 minutes. Personally, I didn't want any more birdhouse runs. And I appreciate that they mentioned Dailyscape in the post. Like, that's huge. Because I can't stand Dailyscape. I can't stand it. Hourlies, dailies, like, I don't like them. I'm based, I just can't be fucked doing long farm runs on iron. Yeah, true. I would like a faster way to harvest herbs at some point, but yeah, it was definitely broken. In the original state, it was definitely broken, so. It was pretty odd that a farming upgrade dropped off an endgame PVM boss. Like, imagine his Spory was Inferno level difficulty. The shovel's a step above any of our dragon tools, I think. It's just better than, like, a dragon harpoon is not better than this shovel. The shovel is just better. But yeah, that's fair. I guess it would be weird from, like, a boss of that tier. So fair enough. I think this fix is good for the gauntlets, though. No weird shit, just one-handed weapons. Sure. Yeah, that works. I don't know. I don't feel like shelving it is bad. I was okay with it dropping from Mocha, but I think shelving it is fair. So I think this is okay. Thank you so much for bearing with us through.
I missed something. Hold on.
Polls wicked. Before we talk about the gauntlets, let's talk about the shadow. There's no shying away from it. There are fundamental issues with shadow. Yes. That effectively dictate what we can and can't do for any and all discussions around magic rewards. We don't like having our hands tied on this, and it's clear that you don't either. Unfortunately, we don't believe that we'll be able to make adjustments to a prestigious, valuable weapon like the Shadow and stick the landing on any changes alongside all of the other work that we're doing on Varlamore. We are, however, willing to make a commitment to you, so get ready to screenshot this and make sure to hold us accountable. Gather in belly, grab the cannons if we don't follow through. Holy! That's like the ultimate pinky promise, damn. Damn, the Jagex pinky promise. Okay, okay. We will make adjustments to Shadow before we discuss any future best in slot magic reward space. We can't make any firm commitments on timing here, but we cannot and will not put... I think it's going to be a while before we get more magic rewards, probably, right? With how many we just got. So we cannot and will not put ourselves and all of you as players, voters in the same position again. So it's something that we will absolutely tackle before proposing any future upgrades. Cool. That being said, our Band-Aid fix for the gauntlets was a tad divisive. In the short term, we're not going to be able to avoid a Band-Aid fix, but we do this in the knowledge that said Band-Aids can be pulled off whenever changes to Shadow are implemented. That's good. I think that was a big concern, is that like this is just how it's going to be forever. And it's never going to get removed. So that's really good to acknowledge that. Some players pointed out that restricting the Gauntlet's effect to attacks within the next 4 ticks meant that standard spells or ancient magics wouldn't be able to benefit from them. This wasn't an oversight. We had some concerns around use cases like freezes in PvP, blood spell healing, and content where it's typically too inaccurate to be worth using, or potentially having to curtail elemental weaknesses to account for additional accuracy. We're not dead set on any of these being overly problematic, so we'll be adjusting the Confliction Gauntlet's passive effect to remove the 4 tick and instead benefit one-handed weapons only. Okay, that's fine. I honestly still would prefer it be just Shadow. Even though this doesn't affect many things, there's a couple things that are two-handed. I don't know who's going to be using a Blue Moon Spear in this. It's not really a big deal. But I would like if in the future it's like just Shadow and then rip off the Band-Aid after, you know? But this is fine. We'll be monitoring these use cases closely should they come into the game and require toning down in some areas. Okay, cool. This was the easy fix. Yeah, that works. Totally fine. Demon Spade. We believe the spade as initially proposed was too strong and that knocking its...
Okay, that was...
Yeah, that works. I don't know. I don't feel like shelving it is bad. I was okay with it dropping from Mocha, but I think shelving it is fair. So I think this is okay. Thank you so much for bearing with us throughout the roller coaster of a rewards poll where, while it hasn't been an easy ride, all the back and forth, specific feedback, long-term game discussions, etc. really highlight the community engagement that makes Old School so special. We're eternally grateful to have such a passionate player base working with us to make the best content that we can. Honestly, based. Very based. I'm surprised. I was like, oh no, they're gonna just keel. I really thought it was gonna be like, all right, we hear you, Reddit wins. All right, respect, mad respect. I'm pretty good with this.
Spawned.
Cries in RS3. I like the commitment to looking at Shadow. Yeah, massive. Absolutely massive. And the general like design philosophy going forward is huge. I love it. Unexpected. I was expecting the worst, man. I really was. Nah, pretty good. I see so many people with a gauntlet saying like, does it really matter if X or Y or Z? It is displacing other weapons at 6 locations. 2 of them are the best moneymakers in the game. Nex and Toa. And Toa is 2 bosses. That's crazy. That's absurd. It's one thing if Shadow's now good at like Sire or something, but it's like huge locations, like places where it would fuck with weapons prices and stuff. I do know that's broken. That is definitely broken. You cannot convince me otherwise. Are passives like that even good for the game? They seem to always cause issues long term. For sure, it's hard to balance around passives like that. You can see it with Fang, like they've had to rebalance it repeatedly. Shadow, which is they're going to have to rebalance shortly. It definitely introduces problems. It feels bad that the best mage gloves get their effect on the best. You mean don't get their effect on the best mage weapon? I would agree with that. I think it's really lame that Shadow has a damage cap as well, for the opposite reasons of it being broken. So Shadow is broken until it hits the cap, and then mage stops, like mage upgrades stop helping it, which is also lame. Just in a different way. I would prefer that it just scales properly and like upgrades work for it properly, stuff like that. Every time Shadow stuff comes up, people bring up the cap like it's gonna save the fucking world. Everything will be fine. As soon as Shadow hits cap, nothing will matter anymore. And it's like, as soon as we get new mage upgrades and they don't do anything for Shadow, it's gonna feel bad. Like no one wants that either. What cap? Tebow has Shadow has a 100% cap from gear. So gear cannot provide more than 100% bonus for damage. So they have a cap. I would like to see them just get rid of that, like completely. Like don't do that. It just should scale properly, and there shouldn't be something that examples. Ice Demon. Ice Demon actually has a cap. People don't know this. The highest you can hit on Ice Demon is 73. Lol. The highest you can hit on Ice Demon is 73. In Max Mage, you actually hit that with a Harm Staff. So when the Magus came out, we went, oh boy, I get to use Magus at Ice Demon. That's gonna be so good. Brought the Magus in, we're hitting the same numbers. We're like, what the fuck is this? Oh, there's a damage cap that we didn't even know existed. Cool. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Damage caps. Look at Zulrah. Look at Zulrah. Nobody likes that Zulrah has a damage cap either. Like, it doesn't feel good to be rubbing up against that. It just feels like your weapons don't work for an arbitrary reason. Pronounce a word. It was me! I killed the spade! Ha 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 ha! Fuck you, Redditors! Damn, dude. All right, geez. No cap. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt. I literally recorded these two videos like 30 minutes back to back. All right, don't judge me. Stop judging, okay? All right, I saw a lot of chatting about the surge potions. We just did the video on demonic spade, but there's also a lot of chatting about how OP and broken the surge pots are. They actually only passed with like 73%, which is fairly low as far as most updates go. It's usually like 85 to 95% vote. So 73% was teetering on the edge of failing. And a lot of people feel they are completely, utterly broken. I don't agree. I don't agree. I think they're actually fairly weak, but we'll be taking a look at that. We'll be running some numbers and taking a peek. Before we get into deep discussion about surge potions and their uses in OSRS, over to buyraycon.com/nomonkey for 20% off the best-selling everyday earbuds, brought to you by Raycon themselves. If you don't know what these are, these potions have a hefty herb requirement, but they should be more than worth the effort. Once every 5 minutes, you can sip from a surge potion to restore 25% of your spec energy. 5 minutes is key there. We imagine that this will come in handy during your rage phases, clutch moments on low hit points, and speedrunning, or you can simply use it to give yourself a defense-reducing special attack at the start of every kill. These are 81 herb, some demonic tallow, which is a new drop, and a torstal to make a surge potion. You also need a drop of your own blood to make the magic happen. The sanguine secondary means you're making a brew tailored to you, so these potions are untradeable. So it's an untradeable potion, fairly chunky, herb rack, not too bad, but fairly high. And then some kind of new drop with a torstal, which is a fairly high level herb, some kind of drop from the new boss. I've seen a bunch of memes about this, of like, but not even this, just like discussion posts on Reddit, Twitter, like people freaking out about these things. I think potions in general, I think that's where this comes from. I think potions in general have the stigma of overloads. Overloads OP, broken, bad. Adrenaline potions are in RS3 as well, so I think there's this like, drinking a potion for damage, bad. Very bad, not good. I think that's where this stems from. This post says, as someone who doesn't like the addition of thralls, surge pots are just as big of a mistake. Even now, thralls are in this state where if you...
I'm gonna pour coffee. BRB, 2 seconds.
You can take it and you don't, you lose out quite a bit. An example of this is at Coliseum, where thralls do enough damage to kill 3 Javelin Colossus by themselves over an 18-minute run. Now, this is not about thralls. I also wish a certain other spell book had some utility. Clooners! Venge! Yeah. These are not thralls. Surge pots will function essentially the same, whereas most questions passed with high 80s and 90s, surge pots passed at low 70s and would have failed under 75, demonstrating the community's dislike for surge pots design despite normally default voting yes to everything. Untradeable or not, you either bring it or you lose DPS, which makes it exactly like thralls, but worse. And if Jagex forgets, there's a chance that Zeher might be able to make these potions for you en masse, so the untradeable nature means nothing. I don't think that's true. I don't know where he got that idea, because it literally says you have to use your own blood. I don't think he's gonna use your own blood for you to make potions. That last sentence is whatever. These are not the same as thralls. We'll get into the numbers in a moment. I wanted to show everything that people have been saying. There's a meme about shovel getting nerfed versus surge potion being fine. They say changes the meta for every PvM PvP encounter, adds an item that now needs to be brought everywhere. Interesting. Makes Wildy more dangerous. I don't go in the Wildy, so I don't know. Maybe. Straight buff instead of situationally useful, like death charge. We'll get into that too. Another timer and inventory management mechanic. All future bosses and CAs will be balanced around it, meaning a net result of just more hassle upkeep, resets every world record, will be even more powerful in ways that aren't immediately obvious on paper. According to Jagex, we're confident that they're in a good place. I am also confident they're in a good place. What does 25% spec over 5 minutes look like? Every 5 minutes you can sip a surge potion. What does that look like? The most obvious, like, okay, I could see that. Like the most obvious example of it being useful is instead of double clawing, you get a claw and a ZCB. Good, extra damage. All right, and that's super easy to compare because you just look at a ZCB versus a claw, which I have up. I have this against Maiden, drained to 0 defense, so this is like kind of a typical situation. You would expect most people in top to be using this kind of gear. So what does that look like in comparison? A ZCB versus a max gear claw is around 8 DPS more. Around 8 DPS more a spec. And actually, if you go looking at everything, this kind of just typically is this number. If claws are good, ZCB is about 8 DPS more, just typically. As a rule of thumb, you can figure that.
We got frogs. Wait, can I not find it? Are you in here? Are they all on top of each other? Okay, there we go. Give me the frog tablet, please. Thank you. A little weird, but okay.
Okay, how much damage? Damage increase is that on paper? Like, what does that actually give you every 5 minutes? So let's do the numbers. A ZCB spec takes place over 3 seconds. So we get 3 seconds of that bonus damage, an extra 8 damage over those 3 seconds. Okay, 5 minutes is 300 seconds. 3 of those seconds are getting boosted. Okay, all right. So you can just simply take 8 DPS over 100. Voila. That is your increase if you do a ZCB over a claw spec every 5 minutes. And that is on the dot every 5 minutes. So the tick the potion allows you to drink another sip. If you sip it that next tick and immediately ZCB, you will get the full value of this 0.08 DPS. You follow? That's probably not going to happen, right? You probably are going to be waiting 6, 7, 8 minutes typically. Not really realistic to be using it every 5 minutes on the dot. At least some amount of seconds will be lost, and it'll be a bit longer than that even. If that number doesn't look very big, you'd be onto something, because that's a really tiny number. Thralls, because that Reddit post was directly comparing them, are up to 3 damage per hit. They can hit 0, 1, 2, or 3, so you can simply divide it by 2. An average damage of 1.5. They have an attack speed of 4 ticks, 2.4 seconds. You get a damage of 0.625. That's an added DPS of 0.625. If we take the minuscule, puny, tiny 0.625 that Thralls add and divide that by the massive, gigantic, game-shattering number that is 0.08 DPS, we are getting an effective value of almost 8 times more out of that rune pouch with Thralls. 8 times more damage. And this is in the best case scenario where that first tick you can spec, you're doing it. You are not wasting any uptime. You are sipping that potion and then you are ZCB specking. Thrall's 8 times more effective than that. So realistically, it's like probably 10 to 15 times more effective. To put that in more perspective, let's look at something else. Here we have absolute max melee, giga hyper max. We have the Scythe, the Ultor, the Rancor, the Torva, the Pharaohs, the Infernal Cape, and we have a slight downgrade of 1 strength down to Dragon Boots. The memed Primordial Boot downgrade to Dragon Boots. Primordials are a mere single strength bonus. They're useless. They do nothing for you. Reddit taught me this. All right, on the Maiden of Sukadinti, in this gear, drain down to 1 as you typically would be. Combat Pot, Piety, all that good stuff. Drain down to 0 defense. The upgrade to Primordial Boots of 1 extra strength bonus is from 14.42 to 14.59. 14.59 minus 14.42 is 0.17. If we take that over the massive, gigantic, earth-shattering, wave-crashing, tsunami-forming, whirlpool-sucking number that is 0.08 and divide that, the Prim upgrade is 2.125 times more effective. Why did this only pass by 0.7? Why did this only pass by 73%? What happened? And the reason is because RS3 has it and potions are scary. Potions that give you damage are scary. This potion is not scary. It's really not even useful that many places. These are the uses I can think of off the top of my head. It does have uses. It's not bad. There are cases where it is getting more value than I am showing. So I'm being a pinch dishonest, okay? Not really. But the obvious use is Toa. where Adrenaline Potion makes it double effective for your spec energy. In that case, it's 2/3 of a ZCB that it's giving you, because a ZCB spec is 37.5%. You can almost always ZCB in TOA. There's a lot of cases where you can ZCB. You can get roughly 3 doses of value with ZCB uptime in TOA with Adrenaline. So in TOA, it's quite good, I think. I don't think new players are going to be encouraged to run that, because even then, it's not like absolutely mandatory. It's not like better value than a BGS, for example. Some people elect not to bring a BGS into TOA. BGS is way more value than this, right? But like, if you're really good at TOA and you can afford that extra slot, like, you'll want to bring it. It's pretty good for that. Another obvious example is Tob. That use case of Claw ZCB is really, really useful at Maiden for stacking the crabs in team speeds. It's also really good on P2 Verzik for skipping the last red crabs. So there's a lot of cases in Tob where you need to push DPS really hard, and that energy is very important. That boost of DPS is very relevant at certain times in Tob. So there's times where you really need the damage, like even if it's just a little bit more, it's huge. It's very good in Tob. So we have Tob and TOA, it's like fairly good. Not for your average everyman though. This is for like people pushing content to the limits. They're bringing this potion. Where is this useful to you? There are a couple places. The obvious one is any boss you spec tab, because I've said if you drink out of a pool, it will give you the cooldown. It will remove the cooldown immediately as soon as you sip from a pool. So if you're doing like Forecath, or like Zulrah with Scrolls, or I don't know, some people Sire, some people spec tab Sire. Anything you spec tab, you can use a dose every kill, which is a lot of value in those cases. I don't think there's actually that many spec tab bosses. With like the more recent design, they've been kind of vying away from that, making bosses kind of far from teleports, that kind of thing. But there's a lot of cases where you can spec tab and this is giving you a lot of value, like bonus value you wouldn't normally be getting. Colosseum, I don't really think it's worth a slot. It's an extra half a claw. Our inventories are so crammed with junk for Colosseum that I kind of doubt this is going to find its way in. But you never know, maybe it could have some use. Chambers, you have so much downtime between rooms to restore energy. This would purely be for hammers at Ulm, and I don't think it's worth bringing a potion for just Ulm. Like, I don't really see that being that useful. I don't think we'd be cramming this in CM. Maybe for normal chamber speeds, it would have a use, because there's a lot of like less useful items. They literally are bringing like bronze pickaxe, bronze axe just to do the shortcuts to save a few ticks. So maybe for regular chambers, it's okay. It's not great though. Again, this is for like giga speeds. This is not for normal people. Like, this is like utter min-maxing, like you're trying to squeeze every bit of damage you can out. In raids, that's just not for the everyman. I don't see it. People are concerned about CAs. I mean, that I could see. If they design content around you spec tabbing every kill, that's going to be annoying, and nobody's going to want that. I think that's a CA problem and not a this potion problem, though. It's not like this potion shouldn't exist because they're going to design content around it. They just shouldn't design CAs around it. CA speedruns are a whole different can of worms. I might make a video on CAs someday. I have a lot of issues with CAs, but yeah, I don't think that's fair to not add a piece of content because some other piece of content could be designed around it. Not in this case. I don't think that really makes sense to me. It's more of a they should just design CAs properly than this potion shouldn't exist. Now, the new double death charge, on the other hand, that's cracked. That's super good. That's every minute you get an extra 15% spec, assuming there's things to kill, which a lot of times there's 2 things you can kill. This is going to help in a load of cases. Colosseum double death charge will go insane. Inferno double death charge will go insane. Any boss with ads, this is going to go really hard on. Death charge has a ton of really obvious use in raids. There's multiple Lizardman Shamans. There's multiple Mystics. It's really good in both of those cases for chambers. Maiden has the huge pile of crabs, so you can easily get a double death charge off on that on most scales, especially even duo. Like, there's exactly 2 crabs in duo tobs. It's going to be really nasty for that. And then, of course, Kefri with the swarms and all the ads, like, it's going to be disgusting at Kefri. This is going to hit so hard. Also, Akka's shadows, in certain scales, you might be killing 2 within death charge. Those also give you death charge, so it could be really good there as well. A lot of really good use in raids. It's definitely really, really strong. Compared to the Surge Pod, I'm honestly really excited about the death charge and less so about the potion. As far as power creep goes, I don't think Surge Potions are it. I will say, if they are going to add power creep, special attacks are the way to go. I think special attacks are some of the best forms of skill expression. They require you to bring multiple items in a lot of cases. You sometimes bring 3-4 spec weapons into different encounters. They're really, really fun to use in different ways. I love spec weapons. So I think if you're going to add power creep, specs are a really good way in order to flesh the game out more. So if you want to add power, I think spec weapons are a good place to start. Versus just a weapon hitting really hard like Shadow or T-Bow, I would rather interesting spec weapons any day of the week over things like that. I just got reamed in my comment section by people that just want Shadow to be ultra powerful. I don't know where the anti-power creep crowd is now coming from. We have people flipping back and forth. It's very bipolar. Why is it okay for Shadow to completely overtake ZCB at next, the boss that you crossbow, versus a potion you drink that gives 25% spec every 5 minutes? Are you serious? It's just because it sounds like RS3. That's the only reason this potion seems scary. RS3 has potions that are similar to this. RS3 has a lot of power creep. RS3 is bad. We don't like RS3. Yada yada blah blah. This is not a reason to prevent an item from coming into the game. All in all, surge pots sound like an interesting addition to the game. There's certain cases where they're going to be strong and you're going to want them. I think a lot of interesting play is going to come out of this potion. There's also the fact that I think people think this is going to be like a potion worth like 3k GP or something. I would expect this, I don't know. I'm not Jagex, I don't know. Maybe they'll drop hundreds of these. But I would expect the tallow to be, you know, not dropped in mass quantities. I would expect this to be kind of an expensive potion. Like at least Sandview cost would be my guess, but I'm just guessing. It seems like that kind of potion where it's just like extra valuable, extra rare, a thing you don't use all the time. Maybe you don't want to spam it while you're spec tabbing bosses because it costs freaking over 10k a dose. Maybe, who knows? I think the fear mongering is really weird, I will say. I don't really understand where people are coming from. I think a lot of people just don't understand the numbers of things and things just seem scary. Really, this potion is not at all. In a lot of cases, it's not going to be worth the slot over anything else. I'm glad that there are discussions about balance. It's really rare for a player base to be concerned about things that benefit them being powerful, which I like to see. I just wish people would actually dig into some numbers and check if it's actually like as good as they think it is in their head. These really are not as strong as people think they are. Yeah, I just don't think these potions are that broken. I'd love to see them iterate more on spec energy, adding more and more interesting spec weapons like they're doing with the Soul Flame Horn. I think this is an amazing addition. It's going to be really, really strong, and it's going to have a lot of like unique use cases only in team content, which is amazing. Like an actual reason to do team content with a bunch of like, I'm already cooking so many ideas for next and stuff like that with this horn. You have no idea. I'm gonna have a field day when this thing comes out. But I think making unique special attack weapons and things that give you spec energy and things that boost specs, they're just a really good way to push content forward, push combat forward, push bossing forward. It's just really easy to design more interesting encounters when there's a wide variety of spec weapons. So I'd like to see them keep going with it. The horn is an amazing addition. I'm really, really excited about it. And that's it for the video. Leave a like if you liked it and or subscribe. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.
Yet again, amended the Delve Boss rewards. I'm pretty sure we looked at this.
Oh, we're just fine.
What are the generous strikes again?
All right, I'm risking I'm risking 6 bill versus 1.5 bill. So it's a 4x. Here we go. Order. So 4.5 bill cash plus my 200 mil if I kill you. Yeah, and then you get my set. Good luck. No way he ate just because of recoil damage. Say it ain't so, chat. Say it ain't so. He did. I didn't even hit him this fight yet, and he ate because of the recoil damage. 50 mole. I mean, I'm just gonna camp Elder.
Yes, sir.
Wallah, he's so lucky. I hate my life. I said that out loud on purpose so he doesn't think that I'm like gonna go for spec, and he only hit like a 5 on my Venge. I literally said it on purpose. I was playing mind games because I knew he was listening, and I went for the 1 tick AGS on the exact tick that he hit me. What a move. And he only hit me a 12 on my Venge? Nah, bro, that hurts. Wallah, that hurts. Elder, let me see the clip on that. Like, look how I perfectly timed this. Look at this. Elder Mole again there. And then I saw an opportunity to Invisivenge and just go for a big AGS spec. And that's what I did. Look. Oh my god, it was so clean, but no kill. He only hit a 14 on my Venge. He was casually hitting 44s, 50s. Even a 20, I think, would have killed him there. Hey, Do you like oranges? Hey, do you like oranges? I got his ass. That's literally beautiful, gentlemen. That's really beautiful. I kept like playing the, hey, do you like oranges? I got him impatient. I got him feeling a little bit weird. I waited for my opportunity. Venge Karasi on the same tick. Somebody give me the click. I literally played with his mind. I'm the best. I'm the best. Wait, somebody, come on. That was literally beautiful. Come on. Oranges is meta. Wait, I need to see the clip. I need to see the clip. Right? Look. I pulled out my Karasi. I faked it. I go back to the whip, right? I see him clicking the floor, so I click the 4. Since it's my pit, I could see him. When he's about to spec me, I could time it on the same tick. So look what I do. I saw him spec me, so I venge and I spec'd him, and I went instantly for the triple E. Look at this. Oh my.
You got an Ellie? Nice. That's crazy.
God,
Are you saving up to get something? Or are you just gonna buy some stuff?
that's craziness. The do you like oranges just played with his mind too much. That's just what it was. That's just what it was. Man, I wish I was a programmer so I could show Gegek how to fix this game. Try boot.dev. With boot.dev, you will learn back-end Elysian. I mean, that's beautiful. Zick Lover wants to do an Elysian. We could do Elysian at this. Yeah, sure, Zick Lover. Yeah, let's do an Ellie off the bat here. Let's go. You want to do an Ellie? Why using such and such? Right? I feel like that's how you roll. Because you weren't mad about the clause at the moment, at that time. I just killed Zick Lover while I'm explaining a situation. Yep. I just killed him. I lowered myself to 10 HP, headshot him, tabbed on his Karasi, and that's a very big kill right there. We love to see it. What did we just PK? We're up already 1.5 bill on the day. We're up 100 mil in aging, so 1.6 biller. How much are we up extra now? 1.2 bill. 1.2 biller. Yeah? Yo, talk to me, Zick Lover. Talk to me. T-Bow? You know what, Zick Lover? I'm going to risk you 10 T-Bows versus your 1. I'm going to give you a peckish offer. Good luck. Gear it up. I'm going to risk you 10 T-Bows versus your 1 because you never complain. Let's go. 10 Twisted Bower right now. Oh my god, what an offer. So generous. Mode, listen, 10 Twisted Bows, Mode. Think about that. Let me give you some knowledge. Everybody in the whole RuneScape world, all the PKers you could think of, nobody will even X 100 mil more. But Autoblock, he's risking 10 Twisted Bows, 17 bill, 16 to 17 bill more for just 1 Twisted Bow. This is the only stream you can watch high intensity content of that manner, and somebody willing to risk 15 bill, 16 bill more than said person. Do you understand? It doesn't happen anywhere else. In 81. If he goes for the Void Waker G-Mole, he could potentially get it here. So
Yo, what up, big? Yeah, I like Bofo. Bofo is very good.
76. I'm giving him a 76er. I'm eating to 84. See, he just one-ticked that, right? And if he had a 70-40, I was probably dead if it was an insta-wall. And that's the chance at getting 10 T-Bows right there. 10 Rook and Twisted Bows.
The hacker.
Hello, Kitchen Gangster. Teddy, Killer Khalifa, you did my man.
The hacker.
I'm out of food. Do I give him a 73? That's the question. Do I give him a 73 Karasi? I don't think I do. 66 though, I'll give him. Brew up to 74. I'm unpotted here. I'm unpotted, RIP. I am unpotted. The chances of me killing him is very slim. A 0 and 70. Venge Karasi on the same tick. Man, just doo-doo hits.
No shards. Or I got 1 shard like 4 days ago. I got a shard right before 2,000 pickpocket. And then it's been 6,000 since then.
The hacker. Good fight, my brother, man. Get 95 axe. And that's what I do. You know, that's a 95 axe KO, lowering my HP all the way to 8 and then triple eating to 64 in order for me to PK. Let's see what it is. 1.7 build just like that. He didn't bring Ultra Ring there. I mean, he had a chance at 10 T-Bows. You know, that was a, what, like a 4.4 billion profit. Not bad. Super Freak, are you ready to fight or should I not gear up? All right, Super Freak. I'm gonna gear up in a setup that we haven't done yet. Maybe add a full Inquisitor. Maybe. We start off with something peckish. Something what? Zekish. Super Freak, World 474. We could go full Inquisitor in the beginning. I'll have Ultor and Rancor. I'll be waiting at 474 for you, Super Freaker. All right, we got an Inquisitor, Rancor, Primordials. Risk fight here. No way 9XP wants to risk fight me again as well. 9XP. Elder Maul, Double Mauler. You know what, like, what if I just camp Elder Maul only the whole fight? Like, Elder Maul only. 73 HP. Who cares if I get antied? Like, that's it. 73. Good fight, my brother, man. You did well, but I did better. I saw an opportunity and I had to take it. You know what I mean? Elder Maul, Double Maul, with the Vengine in order for get the guild there. I mean, brother, that's what happens. I mean, 63, I had to go for the Maul. He broke my Venge. I mean, brother, that was an opportunity that I had to take. It would have never came again. Wow, that was 575? We gotta go lower. Super Freak, we gotta go lower in the next one for yourself. I'm not sure.
No, one successful pickpocket of Bloodshard. I mean, I got 2 from it though. 10 T-Bows is crazy.
Trying to, you know, milk you or anything. So maybe we do like what's a peckish set that we could do that people don't normally see? Let's see. Let's do like how about I use full third age melee and you use whatever.
Wait, he's been risking a lot lately. I forgot. I can just see by the titles. I forgot what it was. Yeah, he risked 100 bill. He risked, yeah, max cash and then the third age pick.
Whatever you want.
He's been risking a lot, but he hasn't lost any. He just wins every match.
Bondos, Inquisitor.
I think it's because he's like, yeah, I'll just play with everybody. And then whenever he does the big bets, he's like, all right, big focused. And then he just doesn't lose.
Whatever you want. I want to use full 30 age melee this time, though. I'm feeling frisky. I'll give you a 76. I'm going to give him a 76. I don't care. This is basically a donation if I die here. Go for it. You hit a 2 on 76. Like, that's just unlucky. Good fight, my brother, man. You know, I took off all my gear, double A, venged, and then antied you with the Karasi. Good fight, my brother. It's just, that's what happens. That's what happens when you fight auto block. I mean, I look for an opportunity. To be fair, I risked it at 60 HP on that Halberd. He could have hit the 60. Like, he had, like, Super Freak. You were using Bearing Eye, weren't you? Yeah, he was. And he had max gear with Rancor. He could have easily hit that 60 on me. I had no gear on. So I'm giving him hella chances. It's just he's not killing me. A 60 Halberd, I mean, that's a long shot. Yeah. Wait, Super Freak, you're done, right? I think you should stop fighting me anyways. I don't want to milk you. Go do some lower risker. Is this reverse psychology? It is not. I mean, if you want, I could give you one final offer and it's going to be like, it will be like an above and beyond offer. I'll give you an offer. One final offer. I'm going to give you insane odds. The chat's going to go crazy on how insane these odds are. So this setup right here. Soul Reaper Axe, Full Inquisitor, Rancor, Voidbreaker, Primordial Boots, and B-Ring. I will risk you. Look what I'm going to say. The chat's going to go crazy. I will only wear gloves.
It just gets me every time. He has 110 Rancors, and he's never bought a Rancor.
To go crazy. I will only wear gloves, a necklace, and a main hand weapon. That's it. And then I'm obviously gonna put a recoil on. No defender, no cape, no boots, no armor. You get all those odds. For that risk, I'm willing to do 2 Ellie. That doubles your risk already. 3 Ellie. That triples your risk already. 4 Ellie. That quadruples your risk already. 4 Elysians with me only using a whip, amulet, gloves. That's it. Let me use my last setup. What's your last setup? Like, what is your KO weapons? What is your KO weapon, Super Freak? Let me see. Halberd and AGS. I'll bring 2 Ellies for this offer because you banked the Soul Reaper Axe. So we're gonna see what you're gonna do. I'm gonna bring no defenders as well. I'm only bringing an amulet, some gloves, and a main hand weapon.
Yo, I just have to, like, it is so crazy. I'm actually getting close to 99 TV. That's actually crazy. I mean, like, that's still the level.
I stayed till I
2
literally
levels.
had no more potions, risking 2 Ellies with just an amulet, gloves, and a whip. That's it. That's what I do. Risking 1.6 billion shields till the very last moment. I just killed this guy with 3 items only. An amulet, gloves, and a KO weapon. You did well, but I just did better. Good fight, my brother, man. 255 mil. Okay, let's fight. All right, Gunslinger. Risk altering max with Void Waker.
The hacker.
Why did you tab? I literally didn't even eat at 55 and you tabbed? That's cowardness, chat. That's cowardness. He panic tabbed when I risked it at 50. I'm not giving you any more risk. I'm not. I can't do that for you.
The hacker.
That was so clean. Somebody did a clip on that. Oh my god, that was literally like, oh my ruckin' rod. You know what I mean? Like, wow. What was that? 411 mil just like that. So I'm venged here. I wait for his whip hit. Then I Gmaul spec on the same tick as his whip hit, hoping that he would break my venge. He doesn't. I hit a 31. I click my Void Waker and then my Defender on the exact tick and click on him all on the same tick to get the most odds. Look, Defender's already on. Because when you Gmaul spec, it takes off your Defender and your shield. But Autoblock's fast enough to click on both of them at the split second. Gmaul, Void Waker, Defender on the same tick. A 28 on 57. Chanced him. Lowered my HP a bit. Axed him. 8 to 56. Ate another angler to 78. What does Autoblock do here?
There's one along. There's one.
He sees a spec. I'm about to get Gmauled, a 0 on 34, but no, I'm not, because I already triple 8 to 90. Look at the next tick. Wow. Right? So after that's said and done, right, after I triple 8 his chance, tried to going for revenge on the axe, took off all my gear, right, lowered myself to 70 HP twice. I venged while I have no armor on at the very last tick for his hit to process, put my gear back on, DH axed him a 76 while I went for the triple 8. Can't teach that. You can't teach that. Seriously, you can't. I'll give you a 71 axe. Good fight, Gunslinger. Thank you for the free loot again, my brother, man. I just played the Slinger for the 3rd time. You said pop blocked. Yup. Karasi insta-maul, lowered my HP. That was the last of his money. I just cleaned the Gunslinger again. Another 411 right there. Another 411 Miller. We're up a good amount of gold today. We're up about like 6 mil, I think. He said, X me, I rye. Sure. I'll risk triple what you risk. 4x. Sure. Grab skull. Zegan. Yeah.
What if a generous strikes again?
Alright, let's see how sweaty this guy is. Honestly, didn't singly a whip double maul, but I did need like a 50 something, right? I had a 42-0 on like what, 50 something for full Torva. Whip double maul. Nope. Oh look, you guys talked about his prim so much that he banked it. And I killed him. Nice. I just killed him. 37 mole, 48 Karasi. Wow, that fast, huh?
Another Zay, another Zoller.
And he protected he traded me 321 mil cash, and he protected the Torva plate body. All right. That's about a 1 build PK. Not bad. Not bad at all. Watched all the All-Star videos, legit peak. Order for the first time, I rewatched all the All-Star videos, legit peak RS. You know, Rice, even though I think that you're a fat slob, and I would literally fucking destroy you if I ever fought you, I
Wow.
think that means you should be on the next team for the All-Stars. It just makes sense. You know what I mean? It was just too much content. I'm serious. Order, there's some begging changes for the next All-Stars, but what would you want on it? Wait, how do you know about the begging changes? Which means that you talk to solo mission, which means that there's favoritism in the air, which means that I don't even want to participate in the next All-Stars because you guys are being rats and you guys are leaking early information and not spreading it to everybody, which means that you guys are literally rats. You guys freaking stink, right? And you guys are literally just gatekeeping information. What would I want to see in the next All-Stars? Let me see. For the people that actually watched All-Stars, what would you guys change? I'm trying to think. I just don't know what I would change because there was so much good shit that I just don't know. Maybe more PvP incentives. How do you guys feel about that? Yeah, more PvP. Yeah, I like that. More PvP incentives. You know, get more team oriented, right? More reward for PvP things. Oh, and remove Dino as well, that fucking crybaby. I mean, he already said, if all the vlogs participating in the next All-Stars, I'm not coming. Okay, brother, then stay in your lane. You know what I realized? It's funny because I looked back on the All-Star clips on my Odablocks clip channel, and everybody was against Dino. Usually there's people in the comments flaming me, saying this or that. But literally 99% of the comments on Dino's YouTube and my YouTube were all against him because he was 100% in the wrong. He flamed me first for no reason at all, right? No reason. And then when I flamed back, he started playing mad victim. It was weird. Like, if you can't, like, dish it out and then not take it, like, you just look like a bitch and a victim. You know, like, why would you flame in the first place then? It just makes no sense. Like, he made himself look so bad. Rice, you know what you got very mad about in DMM All-Stars that I could tell that triggered you? Is how everybody was VOD reviewing, like, everybody else's shit and their shit. And we were like 6 days into All-Stars. And then you were like, what? We can VOD review people's stuff? What? Like, I guess like we were just leaking strats 24. Yeah, that tilted me so bad. Oh, I remember. You got mad tilted. I know you did. You got hella tilted when they said you could VOD review. What are your thoughts on the whole stream sniping and chat hopping during DMM All-Stars? I'm gonna say this. You guys obviously know I wasn't sniping because you guys saw me not fight literally anybody because I couldn't find anybody. But bro, there was some hella sussery going on. And I think you guys know that too. I'm not gonna name names, but brother, Dino, right? I'm not gonna name names. Maybe some West Ham, right? I'm not gonna name names. Maybe some this one and that one. Like, that was crazy.
Do you remember in the final hours while farming krill, you started learning Chinese and sang a Chinese song Lamao?
I remember that shit. That shit was so funny. I forgot about that. You just reminded me. I remember it now. When we got like 8 ZGSs in a row and I started singing Chinese songs. Oh my god, I gotta find the VOD on that, bro. That shit was mad funny. I stayed up like an extra 4 hours and I went like 21 hours live on stream trying to get a Staff of the Dead. Brother, from how retarded I went when I saw the 12 ZGS, this guy just reminded me. I started singing Chinese songs. I don't even know Chinese. I started going on Google Translate and learning Chinese while killing krill in DMM All-Stars. Swear to God. I gotta go back in the VOD and show you guys that one day. That's how I was losing it. I got sad. I got depressed. I started learning new languages. Bro, you know what Rice would now? It's gonna bring you a smile to your face. Look at this. Swear to God, this always brings a smile to my face. So after, you know, we would fight in All-Stars against all the content creators, me and Rice, like, you know, we're very passionate PKers and we want to win, right? So we would sit there and we would flame each other for hours while we get our melee stats up in the Hill Giants down below in the Cyclops area. And, you know, Rice was known for his Diet Cokes and I was known for my weird noises and my outlashes. And me and him would flame each other and like go hard on each other for hours while we train our main combat stats. And this is something that we used to do, and Chili made this edit.
I'm trying to find people. There's 3 people thinking. No, listen. Because you literally didn't say that. You said, don't you fucking tell you everything to do. You said, wait up for that by white guy. You said, wait for the school. I don't know.
Well, like, this is so well made too. That's the crazy part. Like, Chili just sitting in the Discord call far away listening us to like flame the fuck out of each other too. Like, that was so well made as well. When I legit can't find the VODs and the clips of the hookah lounge. You want to know something crazy? I'm not lying. The chat's about to go crazy after I say this too, Rice. My Bliss, the editor, said, hello, brother. I heard you mentioned watching DMM All-Stars on stream, so I found all the VODs. I have all the VODs of DMM All-Stars still. That whole week. Over 120 hours of footage just laying there in my Discord on a Dropbox link. So I can literally watch party it anytime with the chat and watch the best moments. That would actually be content the next time I eat on stream after Ramadan. S-tier content in those VODs. S-tier. Never deleted. S-tier. What, 110 of the hours of content is you and Rice screaming at each other. 110 out of 100 hours of content is you and Rice screaming at each other. But you say, you know what's crazy? That's how I know, like, you don't, like you don't have...
Most people don't even know that I'm on usually this early. I think this is, like, the earliest I've ever... Not ever streamed, but, like... That's rare.
Boys that you...
I feel like I don't get on till, like, 9 p.m. I need to start streaming earlier. I've been thinking about that. Like, I gotta stop staying up all night.
Play with. You know what I mean? Like, you don't flame your boys. Because, yes, me and Rice did flame each other a lot. Yes, we were passionate. Yes, we did, like, you know, go in the hookah lounge and flame each other. But wallah, all that shit adds up to the story.
Like, it's weird, but I like the sun shining through the window. It makes me feel good.
You know, I think right? Not I think.
But also, no one bothers me at night, so it's like nighttime good.
Well, this is a fact. I know that we got the worst RNG out of all All-Stars teams. We got 12 ZGSs instead of any toxic staffs. So we had a 50-50% chance 12 times to hit one staff of the dead, but we got ZGS 12 times. Guns Chili with 110 dry on a Scariest Spine when it was 1 in like 10 or something. And then our Darrow's luck with everybody was ass. Our Cox luck was ass. We had 14 dupes, not even more, I think. We had like 14 Dexes and like 7 Auguries and like 4 Dins. Me and Rice alone got that. Imagine, like, okay, when I, you know, I was in 3v1s, 2v1s, 2v1s, and All-Stars. I think I like overperformed. I think I did really fucking well in the finale. But what's sad is I think if I had a good staff, like a toxic staff, something that's gonna catch freezes instead of splashing like 14 in a row, oh brother, that would have been a game changer. A toxic staff, like for like at least me and Rice or one other member. Bro, we're not, okay, listen. Me and Rice are the only PKers on our team.
So there's a, I'm in the Agility FC. People in RuneScape have the funniest like clan names. Like Rot. Rot's probably like, I don't know, I think it's pretty lame though. But this clan's name is, where is it? Infliction. I just think it's so funny because they were like, man, yeah, that's a cool name. It should be Infliction.
Dino's team, the team that won, had West Ham, who's a PKer, Dino, who's a PKer, Rakesy, who's a PKer, Mika, who's literally a DMM PKer as well, and then Mutz, who just went on the Venge route, which you don't even know, you don't even need to learn how to PK with that. And we literally was so close to beating them with shit RNG. Like, brother, give us like...
My sack was so full. My sack is always full. Don't talk about your bags. Like, we're not. We're talking about our sacks.
like a staff or two, and I think that was GG's. I think that's GG's, bro. But I swear to God, even Bodhi said it himself on stream. He said our team RNG was by far the worst. By far. Bodhi said that himself. He said our team's RNG was by far the worst. The only thing that I would say that we got lucky on, I don't know if you remember this, but like an hour or two before the finale, I got a double Ehrim top. Like I got an Ehrim top, and then I did another run, and then I got another Ehrim top. And then we got everybody an Ehrim top before the finale. I got lucky and I got back-to-back Ehrim top. That's the only lucky thing that I think happened to me. Or didn't you get lucky on Void Waker? Hell no. I got all that shit on drop rate. Maybe I got swooned on like one of the pieces, like 30 KC less. Or a 12 ZGS and not one staff that is crazy. Okay, chat, let me put it in perspective. Imagine, right, that you guys are grinding an item for you and you guys' team. And you guys have a 50-50% chance to get either the item you want or a ZGS. We landed on the ZGS 12 times. It was on the same exact drop table as Staff of the Dead. 50-50% chance at a Staff of the Dead. So we basically like flipped a coin 12 times and it landed on heads 12 times and we wanted tails. Like, wallah, that's crazy.
50-50 shot. You get it or you don't. Oh wait, farmers? Got that, we got that. I kind of want to watch farmers, but also, no, I think I'll save this stuff. I was only a minute on this.
Surgeries you have or chemicals you inject, if you're born with male DNA in every cell of your body, you can never become a woman. You're not going to be a woman.
This is unimaginable 6 months ago. Yeah, people are turning around on this so hard. Do you think transgenderism would have less pushback if there wasn't such an aggressive push? Yes. I think that pronouns and compelled speech were the main thing that drove people over the edge. The neo-pronouns like Zim, Zers, and then the real straw that broke the camel's back, the sports issue, and involving underage people. Outside of like extreme genetic anomalies, you're one gender or another. And you're not gonna go and convince a Walmart American that that's not the case.
Yeah, old Walmart American.
And I understand you think it's more complicated, that's fine. And if you want to act that way, I'll treat you the way you want to be treated. But the moment that you start telling people that they have to use these words They have to talk like this, and if they don't, you mercilessly bully them, attack their family, get them fired from their jobs. Those people will eventually get together, they will remember that, and they're gonna hold it against you and do it to you. Here, let me ask everybody in chat a question. Have you seen a person online who has pushed back against one of these identity groups and then been attacked mercilessly by that identity group and then been maligned for things that they don't even have anything to do with? Yes, so we've all seen this happen, right? Everybody has seen this happen. And I think that's radicalized enough people now. It's going to set back like any sort of trans rights or trans anything. It's going to set it back like 20 or 30 years.
True. All right, I gotta buy, or I don't have to buy. I want to use these frog tokens. Let's do. All right, I gotta find my frog tokens first. Frog. Can I just get the whole outfit with these? All right, we're gonna go to Varrock. I think I used the frog token on this lady. I have a frog token? Yes. All right, give me. Wait, actually, I should make 100% sure that I don't have it. Okay, no, I don't. Wrong place. Varrock. Okay, used. Frog token. Can you just give me the whole thing? No. Okay. Okay, mask. Thank you. Let's do the blouse and skirt. Okay. And let's do the tunic and leggings. Okay. Do I have to wear it? You don't get a collection log for these? Bruh. Why did I even do this then? Wait. Do you really know it? It's just the frog token? Oh. I'm sad. I thought I was going to get a bunch of collection log slot. Anyway, well, I guess I got the frog outfit. And then I'm just going to use the last frog token and get an agility lamp. And then we're going to use the agility lamp on agility because agility sucks. Hey, Varrock. Wait, no, I gotta go put this stuff in my house. Bro, people's names in RuneScape are crazy. Is he still here? PVM gay boy. Oh my gosh. I feel like people put a lot of thought into their names in RuneScape, but they always come out so fucking horrible. Agility suck. Alright, what else I need? I need zombie outfits, Stella baguette. What are shade robes? How do I get those? Is that a random event? Why? Shadero. How do you get it? You just have to kill Shay. The next to the letter leading to the fourth four. All these ones. They have no weakness. It's a 1 in 4. I'm gonna go get collection log slots real quick. What should I bring? Oh. What would be fast? A blowpipe? A blowpipe would be fast. Actually, I need to check that. I have 900 skulls. That sucks. Do I have any skulls? No. Okay. How much are skulls? Expensive? Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, we'll just hope that buys. 4,000. Where is my void? Wait, wrong ring. Oh, I don't even have an Archie's ring anymore. Sad. I'll just bring light beer. I guess I'll bring thralls. Why not? What level are these things? Like level 2? What no. Yeah, okay, catacombs. Ooh, I can wear south. Alright, let's see. Stands, blah, 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 blah. I have no idea what to bring. I'm just gonna bring just in case. I'll bring that. Prayer potion. Food. bring that. Teleport. Okay, where am I going? I need to go to Shades. Shades are over there. All right, so we want to go. We go that way. Hey, Mazor skills. Yay. Oh, not there. Shades. All right. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, it's fine now. So what do these attack with? Melee? Are you hitting me or are you magicking me? I think he's hitting me. I didn't bring a range pot. What am I doing? So theoretically, I should only have to kill 8. Ooh, there's one. Wait, I don't get a collection lock for that either? I'm sad. I'll go put it in my house though. Oh, there's the robe. Alright, I'm out. Well, we got like 7 pieces of clothing and no collection lock, so that was that's kind of a waste of time, you know? Alright, I can't watch that now. I can't watch that. 20 minutes, and then I'll take peanut butter out at 3:30, 4:35, 30. Alright. Cool. I'm gonna watch this thief for another minute and then take peanut butter out. What am I looking for? Heaving?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a rat almost crawled into my vagina. What the fuck? Did you guys see?
What?
The rat just fucking went for it. Holy shit.
45 farming, which is a gargantuan level, because now we can access the farming guild, albeit the lowest tier, but still we can start doing farming contracts, which again, Like, we're not even 2 weeks into the series, but I feel like I should have done this forever ago, you know? I'm slacking. I should have been 45 a week ago. What kind of contract would you like? The only one I can do. Some strawberries. I don't actually have the seeds of that, so I might have to pickpocket some master farmers. So I made a very unfortunate discovery, and I'm going to put this in the video because this very well may save some of you some time as well. I was like, all right, I'm going to go do My Arms Big Adventure. And one of the requirements for My Arms Big Adventure is 60% Taibo One-Eye Favor. Now, you may or may not know, but the fastest way to gain favor is to gain a little bit of trading sticks by, like, fixing a fence, and then you just go farm spiders. Well, I found out that you cannot do that if you have already started the quest. It doesn't work. We tried everything. The only way I could gain favor was just by fixing fences. So, if you want to get 60% favor and do My Arms Big Adventure, do it before you start the quest, or else you're going to have to fix fences. I mean, to be fair, this is the way Jagex intended you to do it, which is how you know it sucks. Oh, it's just that easy, lads. It's just that fucking easy. Come on. Oh, the GoTuber's so hard to get. Bro, just get it. Like, come on. Just get it, man.
He's gotten
14.
2.
18. I don't know if your Venge is going to ruin this or not. Let's see. It didn't. Let's go. Stupid dog. You made me look bad. I got you.
Oh, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
God damn it. Minus 75k.
Jordan? You okay? I looked over your lumberage.
Yeah. I was hacking the jungle and a spider jumped out and it wasted my escape crystal.
Oh,
damn it.
no. F.
We've done it. 100% favor. It took like an hour and a half or something. It is done. We did get 2 tribal masks, so I'm going to make those into shields, and let's go grab our gems and make this machete for the achievement diary. Ooh, there is My Arms Big Adventure completed for 10,000 herb lore and 5,000 farming XP. It was a much bigger endeavor than I thought it was going to be with the favor and all that, but it's done. And now, after all that, Softa Doc should still make me the machete. I can't have a fucking moment of peace today. This game, oh my god. This game today, just, oh my god. Yes, I'd like to get a machete. Opal machete. Order. There we go. We got the 100% favor task. We got the machete task. The quest is done. All's well that ends well. And one more benefit from the grind. Let's make these tribal masks into Brudu shields. Brudu shields are actually okay, to be honest. They give 5 prayer bonus and 3 magic bonus. But the 5 prayer bonus is pretty alright, and they give a little bit of defense too. Oh yes, I was doing some inventory on just how big of nerds we are. What is your guys' time played at so far?
Pass.
1-5,
spill the beans.
Go on.
So 8 hours are tutorial island.
Okay.
But total I have 9 days, 4 hours.
So you're actually at like 8 something. 8.5.
Yeah, like 8:20.
Okay, Curtis?
Okay, I was on tutorial for 1 day and 14 hours, and now mine's at 9 days and 33 minutes.
Okay, so you're about 8 days as well. Okay.
So Foe has played or logged in the most.
I'm at 6 hours, or 6 days, 15 hours.
In my defense, I've splashed like well over 24 hours already, I think.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I've done a lot of crabs, so.
A lot of that's the AFKing.
Yeah.
Because I do that so you guys can use the house, which I'll try to continue to do that this weekend, by the way. I'll try to do 6-hour logs so you guys can use the house for barrels.
Oh, nice. Humble. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we had a bit of a sidetrack, longer than I expected, but I'd like to get back on the Slayer grind that I started last night. My current task is Anku, so I think it'd be a great time to go do Tarn's Lair, so we can make this into a Salve Enchanted, make it even stronger. All right, for killing Tarn, we got 5,000 Slayer XP, so that did get us to 46 Slayer, so just 2 levels left to go now. I'm gonna finish off this terror dog, get my granite helm, and I'll be on my way. As far as I know, those are like the only instances where account sharing is not allowed. A longbow, you say? I got a curve bone from Cyclops, so should take this long bone and the curve bone and hand them in. Unironically good, good construction XP. Oh my god. Is that Gunthorian? There is a dude main-handing a gun. Oh my god, I love him. Holy shit. I ain't seen that in years. Hey, there we go. There is level 48 Slayer. That is the Slayer level required for Perilous Moons. I'll finish the task up, I guess. May as well. Pretty close, but I think the only other requirement I have is 20 rune crafting, which that'll be easy. Just gotta do the Guardians of the Rift quest. I called up my uncle afterwards. I was like, bro, you gotta chill. Oh my god! The people I'm seeing down here, holy shit. This is nuts. This place is a gold mine. And there is the Temple of the Eye quest completed. I was just saying how annoying this quest is, but it's totally worth it. You go from 10 to 27 rune crafting from one quest, which is just absurd. So, if I pull up Perilous Moons now, I think I'm good to go. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to do it yet. I may as well wait till I get my combat stats and I can wear Barrow's armor and stuff. But, yeah. Whenever the farmers blow the moon's whistle, I'll be ready. And there we go. There is 55 mining. We're up to 8,300 buckets of sand. So it's again a drop in the pond, but you know, every little bit will add up. In the bin. Do I get actual loot? Oh, what a scam! I wanted my quest iced emotles. All right, there is the Heart of Darkness completed. We now have access to the Amoxyl Idol boss if I want to go for some iced emotles. 8,000 mining, thieving, slayer, and agility XP. God damn. So that gave us 1 slayer and 1 agility. Cool. I'm probably very, well, no. Still a ways off of a mining, but nice. Come on, Barrows, give us something. That's something. Okay. That's our 3rd Aram staff as a team, I believe. That's my 2nd. 3rd for the team. That's definitely not the worst item to get, to be honest. 5% magic damage these days makes it decent enough. There hasn't been a whole lot of footage from my teammates to show you guys at the moment, mostly because we're all at that kind of mid-game stage where we've got a lot of big PVM stuff coming, but in order to do that, we have to get our stats up. So we really all just been doing a lot of Slayer, you know, grinding our stats up. But Foe did decide to take on the Perilous Moons quest. He's the first one of us to do so, so that's pretty exciting, you know, because it won't be that long until we start doing some Perilous Moons, and that'll be pretty cool, because that didn't even exist in Farmers V2. Oh! Hey, there's the Pendant of 8s.
Oh.
Very nice. Glad to get that nice and early. Only 5 KC. Nice, nice.
Good for the damn east of the Proud Spire medium clue, which is a motherfucker if you don't have that teleport.
Yes, very out of the way, yes. Okay, cool. Well, now I can get around Varlamore a lot easier.
I did a medium clue that I got this morning. I got it from like a mystery box. And then I did the medium clue this morning all giddy. And then I remembered that I already got a U-bow from you, so I don't even need a medium clue.
Yeah, you can get the boots, though. It's always worth anyway, I feel like. To me, clue scrolls are always about what could I get? Not what do I need, but what could I get? We did it, surely. Yes. Without Ralos's light, which means we didn't use any prayer points for the fight. It's actually an elite CA, 4 points. Gonna be pretty close to 13 off of the easies. All right. That should be another CA for doing 10 kills in 1 trip. Chemo Macti. Yeah, man. Yeah. What he said, yeah. I might go grab those sulfur blades and give them a try. They might kind of suck because they're not crushed, but I don't know. Now that that's done, we can bank. I'm out of supplies anyway. Another pendant of 8s, which breaks down for how many? 100. Oh, we're set. Got charges for the rest of the account, dude. Sweet.
It feels really weird just like doing a normal Slayer task for some reason. When you're so go early game and you sit down for like a proper Slayer task, it feels weird.
Yep. It's the first, like, actually slow thing you just kind of settle into. Yep. I think Slayer is the first skill you do when it starts to feel a bit slow at times, where you're like, wow, this is... I'm a low level. Oh, yeah.
That's why being the group Slayer guy is so thankless. Everyone just assumes you want to be doing it, but it's actually really drab the whole time.
Ooh, now that's a spicy elk. We love that. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. 0.2%. Just kill it. We did it. That took me way longer than it should have. Nagua negation. That's taking no damage from a kill. It's harder than it looks when you kill it in 5 minutes, okay? Give me some slack. Could we get the buzzer beater boppers? No, but that's a Moxaliatal adept. And that is all I can really do here for now. The rest are speed kills and killing it with the ice boppers, which, yeah, don't have those yet. So, yeah, we're gonna be pretty dang close. 4 points off of the easy CAs now, so. The loot was okay. What did we get? 242k in loot, but, you know, this pendant of 8 will be nice moving forward.
I was just raising how difficult the Farmer's Retirement series is going to be in getting our prostates to all cooperate to where we're not just peeing perpetually for like a 30-minute chamber of Zarek.
Hold on, guy. I gotta go to the bed. I had no clue where that was gonna go.
12 minutes later.
You had me on the fly. I was ready for every word was just I didn't know what was gonna happen next.
Old men sinking their prostates.
So you remember how Bodhi started Cafoon? Okay, so the farmers can start a company.
Cafune.
Oh shit. The farmers can start like a cool gamer diaper brand. That'll be our retirement gig.
We'll call them rank 2s.
That's perfect. Foe can be like the salesman. Well, I've been shitting my pants for years to begin with, so this is logical. Just put a load into the washing machine, so I feel like I was a little productive today. I even put some laundry in there as well. Alrighty, this is going to be the King's Ransom quest completed, which will give me a good chunk of XP in and of itself. 33,000 defense, 5,000 magic. That's nice. But we're also going to get even more XP, because we're going to go do the Knight's Wave Training Ground. Not that we have the prayer to use Chivalry or Piety, but it gives even more combat XP, I believe.
Merlin peeking in the window at his trained court of knights like, oh, fuck, we're doomed.
This is the best we've got. It's dead. And that is the Knight's Training Grounds completed. We get 20,000 XP in attack, strength, defense, and hit points. So that'll get us to 70 strength, 67 defense. We are very close to both an attack and a hit points
pretty
level.
soon you'll be able to use Foe's World.
That arrogant bastard. Locking me out of his POH. And we can use Piety and Chivalry as well. We can't actually, you know, because prayer, but we'll get there. Alright, here we go. Let the potential horror begin. Alright. Ah, damn it. There's one fall. It's such a fucking long run back, too. Attempt number 2. I mean, I didn't even get started. Man, I just gave up. Here we go. Number 3. So, you're supposed to walk on the bridge. And I started running right there because Jagex implemented this new feature where when you rejuvenate enough run energy, it turns it back on for you. Automatically. So, thanks, Jagex. Okay. Come on. Come on. Do you fucking idiot.
The same thing happened to me on that part. Oh my. I've done 8,600. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can only see it on the big one.
I mean, what? I mean, what are you like? What are you?
I guess I could do this. Hold on. Okay, so if I do this, and then plus that. Cool. I figured it out. I can do that. No, it went away. Wait. Okay, so whenever I want to show it, I can do that. And then I have to take it away. All right.
What are you even doing, man? How? How are you so bad at this? Please. Oh my god, dude. We've made it to the door. We've made it to the door.
That was the YouTube video.
Folks. Come on. Get in there!
Oh, wait, I think. Did it just trick me? Yes, it did. That was the YouTube video.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Oh no. Olaf's quest completed. 12,000 defense XP. I would say it was easy, but I don't know about that. 20,000 coins? Whoa, that's more than I remember it giving. I'll never forget the time I was skimming through Google trying to find a good picture of Roidy's face, and there's the Land of the Goblins quest completed.
I'm gonna make sure I turned off the coffee.
8,000 agility, herblore, thieving, and fishing XP. Does that level me up in anything? It does. Gives me a thieving level and a fishing level. Very close to an agility level as well. Very, very close. Now, I would like to do the mini quest that follows Land of the Goblins. It's called Hope Speeder's Will. Turns out, I gotta actually do some stuff. Fairy Tale Part 2. For that, I think I need like 2 farming levels, but I reckon I can manage. And I also need 50 prayer, but I think there's dragon bones in the group storage I could steal. I shouldn't need many, so, you know, they just won't notice. Well, thanks to the dragon bones that Curtis has got from Dragon Implings, I used about 80 of those on the libation bowl, and used up a few of the ensouled heads I've got from Slayer so far. And this should give me level 50 prayer. I always feel bad using bones out of the storage, but I would say they've got to be used by somebody, so I only used like 80 of them. Okay, now I need to go do Fairy Tale Part 2, which I think I need a couple of farming levels for, so...
That was the YouTube video again?
Oh, I planted a couple of trees and it says they're done, so we'll go take a look. Might have to do around the type farm, though. Oh, look, a flower. Oh, strawberry.
Piece of candy.
That's so funny. I had to boost my my farming just to pick that flower. Okay, there is Fairy Tale Part 2 completed, which gives a criminally low amount of XP, which is surprising, considering the requirements to do it, but you know what? Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We'll slap the lamp on Herblore, which does get us to 58 Herblore, which I actually think is a potion. Yeah, prayer regeneration. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, shit. Okay, anyway, Hope Spear's Will. Yeah, we are ready to go. In Hope Spear's Will, you have to fight the same monsters you fought during Land of the Goblins, but this time you have to do it naked. And the first 4 bosses really don't prove to be any sort of a challenge. The 5th one, however, actually kind of messes you up. I think he hits like 18s, I want to say. So when your stats aren't great, it is definitely a bit of a DPS test. Oh, that's a big hit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, we did it. With 2 pieces of food to spare. Yeah, that guy's no joke. At these combat stats, it's challenging. But, there we go. That's a bunch of prayer XP secured. Let's go bury him. We just bury these bones on Ubiusk, I think, yeah? Okay, 1250 prayer XP. 2500 prayer XP. 5k. You'll never guess what the next one is.
YouTube.
10k. If this one is 20k, I'll shit my pants. Robin! I need more. Okay, there we go. 50 to 53 prayer from that, just for punching some goblins in the head.
Robin! Bathroom!
Oh, God. One more. One more, please. Oh, we did it.
Man!
That's it, lads.
Bathroom!
The underground pass is retired. Now we take a boat to Port Tyrus from here on out. You know, I feel like I'm doing this quest a lot earlier on this time around than in previous ones. Wait. Please tell me you're going to give me the
Sorry, it just got louder.
shield. Okay, they left, like, the dialogue is still up. Alright. Shield, please. The dialogue is still working, even though they have physically left. Alright, this roving elf's completed for 10,000 strength XP. Very nice. Don't have the levels to wield this thing anyway. But I do need to talk to them again to start the quest to get into Ledia, so I actually have to hop and find them again. But what I was saying is, I think in Farmers Part 2, I accidentally purchased an additional crystal shield. This time around, I'm way too poor for that. So, I feel like I did this quest earlier than I did last time. Elite clue that I will almost certainly drop. Let's see what it is. No deaths yet. Kill an Aviancy. It's doable. So I learned something a little bit new on this clue. So I needed to get a completed light orb. Now, normally, in order to get one of those, you need level 87 crafting. Of course, I don't have that, but I found out that you can get a fully completed light orb as a reward from the Dorgish Khan chests. Now, normally, you can only get it from rich chests, which requires pretty high thieving, but there's a specific chest in Oldak's house. That's the NPC's name, Oldak. Go all the way upstairs. Now, his chest only requires 52 thieving to search, but gives loot as if it was a high-tier chest. So, interesting little piece of information there. And I did get the light orb right away. Then, I needed to repair the lamp, which I lack both the fire-making and the crafting level for. Got it. Let's go! The stars have aligned! I boosted both in one. That's so sick. Let's go. We hope for a rune crossbow. We dream of third age. What we saying? No, I don't want those. Okay.
Oh! It's a collection. There we go. Give me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's pretty fucking bad. No! It's so bad, dude. Like I mentioned, for this video, the farmers are doing a lot of individual gains on their accounts, and Curtis is an absolute mad lad. He wanted to get 65 farming so he could access the higher tier of the farming guild. He sent an 11-hour straight session of Tithe Farm.
In 11 hours, you only get level 57?
Farming music work.
That's crazy.
Whoa, it's working. All right, boys. 37 farming to start the day. 1.2k fruits almost. Here comes the XP, boys.
Oh, he hasn't even used the thing.
Oh my god. It's still going. Look at the levels. Holy shit. Jeez.
65 one day.
Yay! He's done it. Let's go. What a grind, baby. Well done.
Thank you, thank you. So, at Thai Farm, or the special here, we can now do Hespori. And we can now access the Farming Guild mid-tier. Also, we've got some rewards to buy here, fellas. 582 points. Let's buy a seed box. Let's buy a farmer's...
I need to go there and get the can, the seed box, and might as well get the outfit too, I guess.
Hats. And now we've still got 257 points. So we're probably going to save those for the grape seeds. And that way we can get some early wine Zazami. But we'll save those for now, brothers. Right on! Hell yeah. Now that's a fit right there, boys.
All right, cool. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, and subscribe. You're all awesome, amazing, loving, and super cool. I'll be back on in just a little bit. I'm going to take my cat out and stuff. But I will be back. Peace, 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 guys.